Hello and welcome, Wargamers, to our Warhammer 40k Battle Report for today. I am Luka from MiniWarGaming.com, joined by Jeff, all the way up from Yonkers, New York, and we're playing 2,000 points Tempest of War Necrons against the Word Bears, joined by a fancy new boy, Vashtorr.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
Let's take a look at our Necrons. First, today I'm sticking with my tried and true Zerakan dynasty here with a model on loan from the Sotek dynasty. It's a poor Technomancer there. Anyways, this is 2,000 points, having some fun with this list. Got a lot of my favorite elements from the Necron Codex in it. Our general and our warlord will, of course, be the Catacomb Command Barge, for it must be the warlord, because the rules dictate what is fun. And the Overlord being the Warlord is fun. He will have a War Scythe upgraded to be the Void Reaper to make him a little bit more consistent in melee if that even ever comes up. And then on top of that, we gave him a Resurrection Orb, and we made him the Hand of the Pharaon, so he is high up in the military political offices there of the Silent King, so he can use his My Will Be Done twice. Being on that barge and the Warlord, he will have Enduring Will as his Warlord trait. To no real surprise, it's just a consistent one. It works well enough there. I'm actually running no Royal Wardens today, trying it out without them. They're not like overly necessary, and they can eat up a lot of points in character slots sometimes. But I have a Chronomancer who will have a Veil of Darkness, as well as upgrading him to have a Lance. And then with Dynastic Advisors, we took a Technomancer with the cloak to zip around and heal vehicles if need be. I did not give him anything fancy though, other than that. Moving on to our troops, which will be our focus for the Arcs of Omen detachment. Today, 20 Necron warriors with Reapers, and then 2 units of 10 warriors with Flayers. My elite choices, naturally, I have my 10 Sword and Board Lich Guard, acting as an honor guard for the Overlord on his chariot. I'm bringing out the Scorpec Destroyers again. We got 6 of them, and they got their little viral construct. They got their little bug. On to Fast Attack, I've got 3 units of Scarabs. I had 3 units of 5. I had to drop one of them, though, for the viral construct, so I got a unit of 4 in there as well. So today we run 14 Scarabs in 3 different units. I will be running a unit of Locust Destroyers with a heavy destroyer attached to them. And finally our Monolith, now that it fits nicely into the detachments and actually gets the rules for your dynasty. Works quite well. Gives them that 5 up to ignore mortal wounds for the Zerakan, and heals a little bit more as well with Undying Legion active. And I forgot to put the Crypto Thralls on the list for the editor, but I have Crypto Thralls as well, so sorry, Michael. You're out of luck on this one.
Hey guys, my name is Jeffrey. Today I'll be running Word Bearers. They're going to be led by Vashtorr, the Archifane. He's going to be my Warlord. He's going to know Lord of Terror. I also know I have a Dark Apostle. He's going to know Benediction of Darkness and Illusionary Supplication. He's going to have a Relic, Epitistle of Logar. And I'm also running a Master of Possession, knowing Cursed Earth and Pact of Flesh. He's going to have the Liber Hereticus for another cast, and a Marcus Lanesh. For troops, I have 2 squads of Cultists, 10 each. 1 squad of 5 Legionaries with a missile launcher. I'm going to have, for elites, I'm going to have 10 Terminators, 2 Power Fist, 1 Reaper Autocannon, 2 Melters, and a Mark of Damnation as the relic. I also have a Master of Executions, no mark, 2 squads of 5 Possessed, 1 Venom Crawler, a Defiler with a Combi Melter, Defiler Scourge, and a Reaper Autocannon, 1 squad of 5 Havocs with 2 autocannons and 2 last cannons, and 1 Mauler with Lash of Tendrils.
And let's go take a look at our mission today, for it is Tempest of War. Our deployment will be a Spearhead Assault. This is just a rotated search and destroy, really, 90 degrees. And that means we have a happy little bow tie of no man's land in the middle as we deploy along the long table edges in these happy little triangles towards the center point, of course being 9 inches away from the center on top of all of that. Our actual primary mission, which we'll be able to get up to 45 points in, will be priority targets today. This one is just all about the objectives. They are all that matter. If you control 1 or more objective markers, you'll get 5 points, and if you have more than your opponent, you'll gain an additional 5. That is starting the 2nd battle round in your command phase. Now, at the end of the battle, this is kind of unique, you will gain 5 victory points for every objective marker you control. Up to a total of 20, but you can only get 45 points in your primary anyway, so you wouldn't really need more than 20, I suppose. Our mission rule will be Vox Statics. We have Stellar Flares, we'll have malicious scrap codes, electromagnetic fields, anything you can imagine interrupting our command structure. So command rerolls are 2 command points instead of 1. So they probably won't pop up too much in this game unless it is absolutely mandatory. Whoever has the most amount of victory points after 5 battle rounds will be the winner. And we get the other half of our victory points from the random secondary mission cards that we'll both be drawing in today's game. And taking a look at the battlefield today before we deploy on it and play some Tempest of War, I want to give a shout out to some of the terrain companies you see here. The buildings and craters are from Gale Force 9. Currently the green and the white flooring, so it's like malachite walls and marble flooring. It's their current set, the one they just sent us. So I'm playing a few games with it to show it off to the viewers here for Age of Sigmar and some 40k, because it goes between both systems, fantasy, sci-fi. It works for either one of them. It comes in other colors as well. Gale Force 9 is nice because you buy their stuff, it comes out of the box, you put it on the table, you start rolling dice. So you're not required to paint it. And if you want to paint it further, well, then you also have that option as an individual to do so. And then our battle mat is from GameMat.eu. They do a lot of battle mats. This is a 60-inch by 44-inch battle mat, so you're like recommended table sizes for games of 40k and Age of Sigmar. On one side you got the winter side, on the other side you got the non-winter side. And we got old Citadel Wildwoods here, just for footprints for woods, and with some greenleaf terrain trees. Adam over there makes us new trees pretty much every year because we're not nice to our trees here, and we need a new shipment of trees every year from Greenleaf Trees. So thank you, Adam, very much. And a reminder to our Silver Vault members, you have access to discount codes for many different companies that are relevant to wargaming out there, such as BattleMat companies like GameMat.eu is one of them in there, and Gale Force 9 provides a lot of terrain, and you get quite good discount codes to their supplies, especially if you're considering buying terrain for a table or two's worth of gaming, which is always the most expensive part of the hobby, which is a surprise sometimes with how much the models cost in the game as well. Anyways, again, you don't have to be a Silver Vault member to benefit from them, or sorry, to see them. You do need to be a Silver Vault member to benefit from them, however, so maybe consider doing that little upgrade just to benefit from the discount codes. Also, if you want to come by and play war games here at MiniWarGaming with us, like Jeff did, all the way from New York. Where is Yonkers, anyways?
It's like a little bit north of the Bronx.
Okay, so I've heard of it. I actually don't know where it is.
It's literally right above New York City.
Okay, so if you want to come by like Jeff and play with us, go to miniwargaming.com/challenge. You'll talk to Josh. We'll play 40k, we'll play Age of Sigmar, we'll play Horus Heresy. I'll do Middle-earth strategy battle games, Star Wars Legion. I want to do old 40k as well. It's like 2nd edition, so if you're kind of interested in that, if you're a little familiar with it, go to miniwargaming.com/challenge. We'll talk, we'll figure it out, we'll come play some more games. We buy a lunch, we hang out all day, we talk about things we love, you know? It's a pretty okay experience, I suppose. A lot of people like it, a lot of people get to have a lot of fun, so consider it! Plus, we need more AOS guests. We need specifically AOS guests. I don't know where you're all at. You're not here, though. You're not here in MiniWarGaming playing. And if you're curious where we're at, we're in Welland, Ontario, which is near Niagara Falls, Ontario, or better yet, Niagara Falls, New York. We're also near that. Same area, technically, you know. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and deploy our forces, and we're going to be right back for this game. And wow, who would have guessed? We are back. I won the roll-off. I naturally was lazy and picked this side to deploy. This is an interesting one because it's like really difficult to deploy. Well, first of all, 2,000 point armies are like very numerous because everything's so cheap now. This thing was 400 points, now it's 270, to give you a general example of like the scale we're playing at now for the old, like new 2K is very different than old 2K. So this is kind of what you get in a 2,000 point list as Necrons now, which is like a ludicrous amount of stuff. So it's hard to fit into a deployment zone. And then opposite me, we have our word bearers with Vashtorr here in the middle. Now, Jeff was a good sport here and agreed to put it in his list because this brand new model just came out and we wanted to show it off a little bit. Vashtorr is realistically nothing to really cry home about. He's not like bad. He's just a weird, he just fills a weird role in a list. He augments, he helps your vehicles out, and he hurts the enemy vehicles, but he can only pick one of his abilities in the command phase. It's either +1 to hit a vehicle, having the range on enemy vehicles, or there's like one other thing that messes with enemy vehicles as well. But you can't do all three of them. You can only pick one a turn. So he's like a warp smith, but he's a demon prince instead. That's kind of it. he just has a lot of attacks and hits hard, and also helps vehicles out. He's got an army of renown. We're not playing with that. We're playing word bearers, but he's an agent of chaos, so he fits into every list without really breaking it. You opted to make him the warlord today, just because new models, showing him off a little bit. He's got the Lord of Terror Warlord trait, and we're going to try and make it work there. So I appreciate you putting him in the list, making room for him.
No problem.
What did we take out? What did we miss out on here?
I took out my 2 spawn, a Disco Lord, and some marks.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, because he's like 260 points. So he's a little expensive for literally just a demon prince. Literally just a demon prince. But the demon princes can be good. So like there you go. He's just I'm not too sure really. I think he's just a little overcosted, but at the same time I think everything's a little too cheap in the game anyway. So he might be, in my opinion, appropriately costed and everything else is too cheap. If I want to look at it like a glass half full kind of thing.
I guess this confirms he's not becoming a god.
I guess.
Yeah. They wouldn't make a model for him if that was the case.
Yeah, he's just that's his goal. He's got ambition, but right now he's just in the new boarding action book, which is a cool book too. If you guys are into boarding action, check out the Vashtorr book because it has all the printed rules for a lot of the armies and how they play in boarding action and the strats they have available to them and all that fanciness there. So we're gonna roll off to see who goes first here in this Tempest of War game, but if you guys are unfamiliar with Tempest of War, we're going to be drawing cards, which will be telling us what to do from time to time and all that fun stuff. I don't want to fight most of what you have. You got Possessed, you got the big Terminators. I got some scary stuff too, but I don't know. It's all kind of scary all around, so we'll see how it goes. We'll roll off, though, all the same, and figure this out to see who goes first. The high roll must go first, as is tradition. I got a 5. And you, sir, also got a 5. That's a reroll. It's a 3. Onto a 6. Okay, well you get to go first as Word Bearers, which is ideal for me, I suppose. Oh, my command protocols, I've already figured them out. The first one naturally is going to be Sudden Storm, and the one that's sticky the entire game will be Undying Legion, being Zarakan. I get both traits of it. And Sudden Storm will be extra movement on the first turn. And then otherwise, the rest are secret. So good luck to you and the Word Bearers, and good luck to the new Vashtorr. Now, keep in mind, he's also a freshly painted model. There's a high risk of him doing nothing. Yep. Yeah, but I mean, even if he wasn't painted, he's probably
as long as the blood flows, right?
That's exactly it. Yeah. Show off how I'll be keeping track of score throughout this game. I'm actually at 2 command points. So Jeff is at 2, is at 1. We both gain 1 here. We're using the Arcs of Omen command point allotments here in command phases, and the D10s, they're going to keep track of our primary up to 45 points, and our secondaries are going to be down the sides here. I promise I'll get a new one for the new edition, but Bandua War Games here, nothing wrong with it. I've been using it for 3 editions now, so I'm just trying to make it work with whatever Games Workshop comes out with now. Go check them out. They have other ones that are much more modern than this one I'm using. Let's take a look at Jeff's cards. Not the best, not the worst, though. We have Blood and Guts, No Retreat, No Surrender, and Grind Them Down. So No Retreat, No Surrender, overall pretty good to get. The only downside is the Mauler Fiends deployed within 3 of the objectives, so you have to linger back a little bit, but everything else is free to go. The Possessed are A-OK over there. And then, Grind Them Down is Kill My... That'll be hard right away, and then Blood and Guts will be hard right away as well, but we'll figure it out and see what we end up getting.
So if I'll do Vashtorr with Unholy Mechanisms, goes off on a...
I think they're automatic.
Yeah, just choose. He will get +1 to hit.
Yep. So he just picks a demon engine or a vehicle, and they get a bonus to hit. Mm-hmm. He could choose one of 3 abilities. The other 2 options are picking enemy vehicles within 18 inches. In this case, I only have the barge and the monolith way over there. It's hard to pull it off though because it's in your command phase, and it has to be within 18. So the opponent can always just move away from it if they want to. So it's a weird interaction there, but you at least no matter what get the +1 to hit.
For the Apostle, I'm gonna do the Illusionary Supplication.
Got it. He's got his little homies.
On a 2, the Terminus will have Trans hit.
Yep, so they're only hit on 4s and no rerolls allowed against them. And does he have the epistle? He's got 2 prayers?
Yes, sir.
What's the second one?
It's going to be a Benediction of Darkness.
Oh, okay. Benediction of Darkness, that works.
On a 3. The Terminus will also get it.
And what's the Benediction of Darkness do?
They get light cover.
That's fair. That is going to sum up our command phase. Pretty simple. We're going to go into movement. We're going to show you where everything ends up as it surges forward. The only things to note is the Mauler Fiend is going to stay within 3 of the objective, but still move forward. Everything else is kind of free to do as it pleases. And, well, the Word Bearer hordes amass forward, keeping the cultists at the front. We do have these Terminators move up to the objective. And then all the Demon Engines and Vashtorr move forward, keeping the Mauler Fiend within 3 of the objective and pushing the cultist line forward. We did have these Legionnaires poke up from behind the ruins over there, making their way towards this part of the battlefield. Nothing to do at the end of the move phase for the Word Bearers. We're going to go right on to the Psychic phase with the Master of Possessions, who is 18 inches away from my lines. so I cannot deny the powers that he has for now. And I should note, one of my Necron warrior units, the 10-man squad players are in strategic reserve, which can interact with the monolith or the regular rules of strategic reserves. I just didn't mention it earlier, so I figured I'd let you guys know. Anyways, on to your psychic phase. Where would you like to start?
The Master Possession is going to do a Sacrificial Dagger.
Oh, okay, fair.
He's going to deal D3 to the Possessed squad right next to him.
Right. It'll be 3 wounds.
Oh, 1 dice.
Oh, okay. Actually, that no demon can be targeted, but we'll hit the Terminators with it instead, and we're going to roll the ward saves because they're word bearers. In fact, that's only 2 damage. Cursed Earth. Got it with many bonuses. Got the Venom Crawler, you got the Sacrifice going, so you have a large, or I think it's like a 12-inch aura with the Liber Hereticus, or whatever. It's whatever it is plus 6.
Next one I'm going to do is a Delightful Agonies on a 6.
Yep, with all the bonuses, you definitely got it. I have no way to deny them. And is that going on the Terminators?
I'll put it on the Havocs.
The Havocs in the back there? Okay,
Yeah.
fair. And then one more power because of Liber Hereticus.
I'll do a Pact of Flesh.
Okay.
That goes off.
Yep, that does work. He's going to heal the Terminator?
Yep.
Heal
D3.
him. Oh, good.
There,
Nice.
back. Follows on shoot is the Firelight Cannon into the backline of destroyers, the floating ones.
My Locust Destroyers.
And the Reaper Autocannon into the front line of Scorpax, as well as the Bolt Gun.
I don't know if you're going to put more shots into them or not, so I'm just going to hold off on Whirling Onslaught for now, I suppose.
The minimum 3.
Yeah, because I got a kind of a weird size unit there. Oh, there's those 3. Should be
Hitting on
2s.
twos?
Yeah, because of Vashtorr. So we got 3 hits.
No
And I'm T5. So that is 3 wounds. Put them on the heavy first, because he's got the most wounds. So he'll fail it, and then he'll fail. He dies. The heavy is destroyed. And we have the other shots into the score pack. This is the third one too, my bad. -2?
Yep.
We're good. We passed that one.
Reaper Autocannon hitting on 2s.
A couple misses.
Wounding on 3s.
Oh, nice. And I'm just gonna roll some fail both. Means 1 wound left on, we'll say Buddy Boy back here. The Bolter. That's a hit. Rapid fire should count as 2 hits in this doctrine, in this state of the turn. So it's gonna be wounding on 5s, which is neither. We got the Venom Crawler, who's apparently freshly painted, so we get to see what he wants to do this turn, or this game.
He's going to fire all his weapons into the backline of destroyers over there.
Oh, the guys in the back, fair.
Oh,
All
wait,
right.
you need to do your reanimation.
Oh, of course, I forgot. I usually never care about any of the things, they never make it. So I'm missing, I'm gonna reroll one of these dice. So let me reroll that one. So it doesn't matter, I failed. All right, so he's not coming back. Now we'll continue the shots with the Venom Crawler into them.
Hitting on 3s.
Okay, couple hits. It's T5, so 3s. Should be like a strength 7. Is it AP3?
It's AP2.
AP2? I will roll a 6 anyways. We're on to the Havocs next, in the back there.
They're going to fire everything into that monolith.
Yeah, it's the only real target they have right now anyways because of the ruins in the middle here. So let's see if this monolith takes much damage.
The 2 last cannons.
Got 3 hits, nice. Impressive, actually. And a wound. I think I'm going to roll my save. That's definitely a fail, so it's going to be D6 damage. Bloop, 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 bloop. I'll do this die. That's 4 damage on my monolith. Then these are the
autocannons.
the autocannons, right? So 5 hits and 5s to wound. Because unless it's strength 8.
No, it's the 5s.
1, I should be AP2, which I will make that because I have a 2 up. After that, the last cannon does chip off a big chunk of the monolith, leaving him at 20 remaining wounds.
2 bolters are going to go into the warriors, and the missile launchers are going to the monolith.
Oh, nice. Let's do the missile first. This is exciting. That is a hit and a wound. A 2 up goes to a 4+ save. We'll fail. I'll take it. D6 damage. 4. I like it.
I need 4s.
I keep. Well, 4s are good. You want 4s. 4s are great. 16 wounds left on him after like a couple of little shots here. I keep going to like automatically do a reroll, but I keep forgetting it's like 2 command points. It's costly today. I'm going to try and play without a reroll all game. Well, I'll try, but I'm going to fail. I know that much. Okay, pretty good damage so far. And the bolt guns. Pew, pew, pew. We got 2 hits and 4s to wound. Bam, bam, bam. That's a wound. Into the warriors. None of them are in cover currently, so we're just going to look at a 4-up save. That's going to plink away a warrior. Blah. The shot goes wide under the monolith. Hits that guy. Does he stand up? I'll reroll that. I get a reroll for Undying Legion, and then no, he is dead for good. That will be it for shooting, and there's no charges to do for the word bearers. That means no combats and no morales at all. So not bad overall. As for secondaries, you're pretty much halfway to no retreat, no surrender. I have to try and make you fail a morale check on one of your 2 cultist squads. We'll see how that works out. I mean, you're near your Apostle, who's leadership 10. That makes it kind of hard. On top of, insane bravery. So you're probably going to get that secondary. Do you want to get rid of your other ones?
I'm going to give it a grind them down.
Grind them down? Fair, yep. Do you want to keep Blood and Guts, or do you want to draw new cards next turn?
I'll keep Blood and Guts.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep Blood and Guts.
You'll probably be drawing 2 new cards next turn anyways. Okay, fair. Yeah, and you are Word Bears, naturally. Okay, well, we're going to go on to Necrons turn 1. We got some healing to do and some cards to draw. Just an update on current command points. No real victory points being scored until turn 2 to 5. All right, so we drew behind enemy lines, defend stronghold, as well as Blood and Guts today. Behind enemy lines typically isn't too bad because of the Veil of Darkness, but I had to get into Jeff's deployment zone. The only way I could do that is in this corner over here, and I wouldn't be able to fit staying more than 9 away from the Legionnaires and have both units there, so that one's a wash for now. I could hold it and do it later, but then Jeff would know what I have and can move around accordingly and stop it, so I probably won't worry about that. But defend my stronghold, I can definitely probably do that. If I don't, the game's like done. The game's got to be done at that point if I don't defend stronghold off the rip. And then Blood and Guts, that's sus. I'm not going to really go for that. I could beat up some cultists though. Points. Anyways, command phase. Living Metal. Everything heals 2 wounds because we are Zerakan with Undying Legions active, so this is going to go to 18. Boom, boom, boom. And that is about it. Our Technomancer is going to choose within 6 inches a unit that's missing models, and we're going to bring back one of the heavies. I could spend a command point to bring back that one missing warrior, but I just don't really feel like that's worth it. I just don't. My gut's telling me not to do it, so I'm not going to. So that heavy's going to stand right back up from the Technomancer. He's just going to stand up where he died because that just seems fitting. Otherwise, my will be done. We're going to go onto them. So we're going to reanimate in range of my. Well, I think they might have been within 9 anyways. My will be done from the barge, my overlord, onto the locust. The other one's only 9. Well, it's 9-inch range. The other one's going to go on. I don't actually know. Pretty sure I could choose the monolith because it's a vehicle in its core, but I'll have to double check that. We'll choose the monolith. It is indeed core. It's the best choice for right now. Our Chronomancer, our manipulator of time, is going to spew his chronometron, chrono device, the chronometer onto my. Kind of want to do the score pack now that I think about it. Yeah, I'll do the score pack. They're going to get an invul and save on them. And they can reroll the charge rolls, but they're probably not going to charge. Kind of want to put on the scarabs, too. Give them an invul. Giving an invul and save to the scarabs might be weirdly clutch. We're going to do that. We're going to choose the scarabs with it. They're going to get to reroll their charge rolls and give them an invul and save this turn. I'm going to see if I can do something weird with that. Otherwise, we should be done our command phase, and we're going to go on to movement. I'm going to reposition some of my forces that way. These scarabs are going to move forward. And everything gets an extra move because of Relentless March. Not Relentless March, Sudden Storm, the first directive of my first protocol. I'll show you where it all ends up, I suppose. We did it, we moved! So our scarabs moved forward. They get to 11 because of Sudden Storm. Then we advanced our score pack, but they only went forward a few inches. The little viral construct followed them. Our Chronomancer and his little Cryptex, not Cryptex, sorry, I know what they're called. They're called
Cryptotrolls.
Thank you, Crypto Thralls. They followed with him. And then the Destroyers shifted their position this way. I'm kind of abandoning a lot of symmetry for them. Synergy. Thank you, words. Synergy. I'm giving up a lot of their synergy by moving them over here. And because I focus my Technomancer over here. I usually run 2 Technomancers, but I wanted to try and change it up. The list I kind of build heavily rely on having like 1 on each flank. Because they have pretty good auras and pretty good ranges for reanimating things. But today, I wanted a time nerd, not a vehicle nerd. So we did advance him. So I hummed and hawed about him heavily. Because I wanted to support the monolith. I always want the monolith to thrive. So I brought him over here to allow the monolith to heal. And still keep him in range to reanimate, these couple units if they get hit a little bit. But I'm completely abandoning my destroyer. So not in love with the idea. But we did shift over here. We advanced forward our Necron warriors. Our Lich Guard advanced forward, staying behind the building. They didn't really move because I didn't really feel the need to move them. And keeping our barge 18 inches away from Vashtorr so he can't be afflicted by any negative rules. But the nice thing is Vashtorr can always just buff one of his units instead. And the monolith also stayed out of range. So, at the end of the movement phase, we're going to heal the monolith for 3. Okay, I'm happy it was 3. Because if it was just like 1, I'm like, all of this for 1? All right, we're at 21 wounds. I'm just going to put him at 1 just to remember he's at 21. So he's got 3 wounds missing. So he's still kicking pretty good. as opposed to the 8 damage he took. Gonna bring us to shooting, where I don't have a whole, I mean, I got these guys over here, but I'm gonna do the monolith first, I believe. It doesn't have a lot of targets, mind you, because we got the obscuring terrain. The only things I can really shoot at are the Havocs and the Legionnaires.
You don't have to shoot.
I don't have to, you're right, but I will. Go with the monolith firing into the Havocs there. We'll see what kind of damage, I'll put everything in them. I'll see what kind of damage I can do to them. Kind of limit your options a little bit here. So we'll do the death rays first. As it moves forward, they'll do and then we'll do the particle whip afterwards. Now we hit on, we are inside of the dents here, so we don't. Actually, no, I'm not. I'll count it as not. I'll say no because I don't want to take. I moved exactly as far as I could, and I'm not quite in it. So I'll still be suffering the -1 to hit, unless I could draw my line from back here and it hits. Yeah, we should be good then. I'll take the -1 to hit to make it easy. I'll hit on 2s anyway, so it shouldn't matter too much. Got a miss. These are 3s to wound, I believe. Not the 1s. I'm Zerakan, though. I get to reroll one of these. So I'll take 2 wounding hits on you, sir. These are, I believe, AP4, but you have a 2-up save because you're in cover. So don't roll 5s, I don't have to look it up. Aha, no fires. That's 4 damage minimum. So I'll do the first one. We'll do 4. The second one we'll do 5. So go ahead and roll up your Slaneshi agonies. So first one's dead. And then the second one, yeah, Slaneshi ain't helping him. And then we got the particle whip. The D6 shots on the blast. 3 of them. I'm going to be hitting on 3s because of the terrain. And these are strength 8, so 3s to wound, your toughness 5. 2 of them at -3, so 5 ups. Boom, boom, make 1, fail 1, and then 3 damage for your delightful agonies. Do I kill 1 more? The answer is yes. And got a little bit of a hit with the blast. Boom. So there's 2 last cannons left, eh? Okay, I'll take it. And then I think we're done shooting here. He can't fire at anything. So we're going to go ahead and go right onto our Locust Destroyers and figure out what I want them to shoot at. The problem is you can, I don't know if it's either called Demon Forge or, one of them gives you +1
Demon
weapon
Forge.
skill and BS, and the other one reduces your damage you take.
Well, Demon Forge is reduced damage.
That's the, okay, fair, yeah. So I want to,
I think the +1 is Iron Warriors.
I wonder. But anyways, whatever I target is going to be -1 damage, so I don't love that. The Venom Crawler is not a bad pick because he gives you a lot of utility. And he's got like little bits of wounds, so I might be able to push through it. So I think I'm going to try that.
They all have 4-ups, remember that?
Yeah, because of Cursed Earth. Can't do much about that, though. I got to take the shots, eh? I could put a lot of pressure on those Possessed, though, who currently also have the 4-up, but no -1 damage. But they're -1 to hit. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and fire all of them into those Possessed there. And I don't think I want to do Extermination Protocols, but I will Solar Pulse them. So I'm going to fire a Solar Pulse into those woods to illuminate it. And they won't be benefiting from the dense terrain there. So just the hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Do the big one first, it's the most fun. Does it hit? It does. And I believe this wound's on a 2 still, because it's strength 14 or 12. Either one. It's strength 10 or more, is what matters here. You have a 4-up Cursed Earth and Vulnerable save because you have the Liber Demonica, or Liber Hereticus, which increases the range of the aura. You roll 6, you didn't even need Cursed Earth. And we're going to do the other 18 shots. +1 to hit on 2s. And we do hate everything. They're hardwired for either hatred or destructions, one of the 2. So you get rerolls. Oh, only helped a little bit. These are all strength 6, so they're 3s to wound. And I do get 1 Zerakan reroll for the mastercrafted weapons they are all equipped with. Does it matter? Not quite. So we have some saves here. These are all 4-up and vulnerable saves because of Cursed Earth. So you owe me 8 of them. And these are all D3 damage each. So hopefully I get some connections in there. You roll about half. You can't argue half, right? I assume you don't want to reroll any of these.
Nope.
Nope. So I'm going to do 1 at a time, where I will kill 1. Oh, yeah. We kill 2, 3 and a half. 3 and some change. And whoever you want to have a wound left. That was a lucky volley from them. You dodged the big shot, but the other ones got through a little bit there. And that's my turn. That's my turn for shooting. I do have some combat to do. I would like to try and charge with these scarabs. That'll be it. So they're going to declare charge against the cultists, who I assume will not be overwatching. A 4, and the command point rerolls a spicy. Oh gosh, I kind of need that to protect my score pack almost in a way. You know what? They failed the roll. They're not going to make it. My hypothetical reroll though. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, hypotheticals. I'll end my turn there. That is Necron turn 1 complete. Overall, not bad. We healed quite a bit of damage. We did a good amount of damage. I kind of wanted to put a lot of pressure on the Terminators and the Possessed, but I couldn't see the Terminator, so I couldn't get the opportunity to.
I don't think I owe you any morale.
I think you're good because you're all leadership 10 around them everywhere. They were the ones that were going to make the charge to force a morale check on the cultists a little. Well, not force, but hopefully try to. But you're leadership 10 with the dark homie nearby. So we're going to end it there, and we're going to turn 2. Taking a look at Jeff's new cards, 2 of them here. We have Blood and Guts from last turn. Bring It Down and Secure No Man's Lands are the 2 new objectives.
I'm going to take out Bring It Down.
You can just get rid of it right now, new order?
I ain't killing that monolith.
So that'd be the monolith now. Okay, so we're going to go down to 4 command points and get new orders. So
take an objective?
Battlefield Supremacy is the new one here, which isn't bad. So you have to have more objectives than me, and at least 3 of them. Then that works out nicely with Secure No Man's Land because that's just hold 2 of the No Man's Land objectives, which would mean if you do that, you automatically do this.
First of all, Vashtorr is going to give +1 to hit to the Defiler.
Yep, nothing else is within 18 for my vehicle, so that makes sense.
This is going to be Illusionary Supplication.
On the Dark Apostle, he got it.
Got it. On the Terminators.
So they're going to be only hit on 4s and no rerolling allowed.
This is Benediction of Darkness.
Darkness. You do get +1. You were good because you got the little homies.
Yep. It's going to go on the these guys right over here.
So like they get to count as if they have they benefit from cover. And then Illusory Supplication, it clones all the Terminators, so every time you shoot at them, you only hit a real one half the time. That's kind of the idea there. And that's it for the command phase, kind of, I think. Yeah. Well, you get scoring. You're on 1 objective there, and you're on your home objective. But this one I control because I got more models on it, which means you don't have more than me yet, but you're very, very close to that objective. But only 5 victory points on primary. We're going to show off the score here, so you get your 5 points on primary to my 0, and you have no retreat, no surrender scored. But hopefully, I'll be scoring my defense stronghold. And there's one more thing I want to point out. I did realize shortly before this that my Scarabs could have rerolled a charge roll because of the Chronometron on them. I forgot. I don't really mind all that much. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. I'm going to opt to not take it back. I'm just going to keep playing because we're already on someone else's turn, and that would change up a lot of the game. And ultimately, it doesn't really matter that much if they don't make it.
That, I would have told you.
Well, I know. And so it was more my decision to do it afterwards. I'm like, we're already on your turn. You might as well keep going. I don't really mind if they don't make the charge or not. I rolled the 12 afterwards. So in a different universe, in a different existence, sure, they made that charge. But this one, not today. Or this is the one I decided not to take it back. I'm kind of inconsistent with that stuff, but I just feel like I don't want to yet. So our cultists are going to move forward. Right up to our Scarabs. Moving the cultists out of the way, they're going to move forward. We're going to get Vashtorr some airtime here. He's going to move forward. Boop, he's going to plop right there in that little spot we made for him. And we're going to see what his Vashtorr's hammer can do. It's like, his hammer has a name, but on the data sheet, it's just Vashtorr's hammer. Funny enough. Well, he made it, so it's fair. Nice. Beautiful. Let's see what he can do. He's a fighter. He can fight. He's like a demon prince, but you got to roll dice, so it's a little hard. And he's got potentially spooky morale rules with his warlord trait, but a little bit harder to make work against Necrons. And we have the possessed moving forward as well through the woods. Alderfiend moves up next, and we're gonna show you where everything else ends up because it's not super exciting. Everything's just gonna reposition, push up the line a little bit. They're possessed. They want to fight, right? They don't want to hang out there. They're gonna use the dense terrain there so effectively around the Master of Executions, and then here come the Terminators pushing forward. They're going to be hanging out in the ruins, getting the light cover from the ruined walls and everything nearby them, and then kind of solidifying their position in the middle. I know the War Bearers. I'm a little afraid to engage them in melee, so I'm not too sure what to do going forward. I'm just going to hope for the best. The Defiler will shift up behind the lines there, providing backline fire support, and he'll tango with anything that makes its way back there. Now, what about these Havocs and Legionnaires back here? Just going to reposition, moving away from the Necron Warriors, pushing up on this flank. I'm going to shift the Defiler over a little bit, and those 2 Havocs are going to run in this direction to get out of the wake of the Defiler. I believe that is it for movement. We're right on to shooting, and we have a good fair bit of it as well. But before that, we have a psychic phase. Would you like to sacrifice something for Cursed Earth?
I will stab one of my Terminators.
Terminator. He's going to take 3 mortal wounds, but you're a ward bearer, so you might ignore it. And you do. You got 1 wound left. Nice. Okay, so you've dodged killing a Terminator a couple times now, but you got Pact of Flesh anyways. What do we cast him first?
Cursed Earth.
Cursed Earth first, yep. And that's going to definitely work. Do I want to try to stop that? Probably, really. You know what? Do I 4-up it? It's a Zerakan trait. What else do I care? Pact of Flesh I care about. I care about a lot of things. I care a lot. 4-up invuln save for all this nonsense over here. Yeah, sure, I'll try and stop it. 4-up. I do not. That's a 3. It was close, though. It was really looking like that 6 there. So I'm down a command point, and you have Cursed Earth. It's the empiric dampening that all of the Zerakan Necrons have built into them, so they have a good chance of just nullifying psychic powers in a radius of 18 inches around them. You know, attempt to pact of flesh against the Terminator. You get to you have to roll the past the 1. If you get it first, you do on apparels. So you suffer unless you want to reroll it, but
I
you
will suffer the wounds.
All right, D3 mortal wounds. You take 2. You have a 5 up to ignore it. You ignore 1, and then the heal on the Terminator, which will be 2. Back to full.
And I'll bring back a possessed.
True. The possessed were the target for the heal, so that guy's back to full because you already got the 2.
Okay.
And then you just bring a model back for the second part of it. Aha! But that means we still have 2 of them dead for good. Well, until your next turn. I have to really put them down because it's kind of playing against Pact of Flesh is like playing against Necrons. It's kind of the same idea. Life Agonies. Bloop, bloop, bloop. That's a 4 and a 2. That probably works.
Yeah.
It does work on a 7 because you got the Venom Crawler nearby. What mark of the Terminators?
Yeah, that's the only target they can get.
Oh, fair, okay. So I'll go on the Terminators. They have a 5 up to ignore damage. Overall, pretty good. More than the mortal wounds that the Word Bearer trait helps out with. And now we have some shooting to do. Where would you like to start?
I will do the last cannons into the destroyers.
Yep, so they're going to shoot down this way into my destroyers here. And they're going to be hitting on 3s. Both hit because they don't care about moving and firing heavy, and 3s to wound. That is a wound and a non-wound. Put that on the heavy there. With like he fails, so that's D6 damage on the heavy. The heavy suffers 2. If you want to reroll, it's 2 command points. That'll put him down to 2, which means he can be killed by a 3 damage weapon pretty easily.
Yeah.
He'll have 2 remaining, and then we have some other shots.
Venom Crawl will fire into the same target.
Makes sense. That's a 2 damage gun. These are hitting on probably 3s.
Yep.
It's only 4 shots. Those 6. Assault 3, so you have a couple more shots. You get all these 6s. That's nuts. Those all count as extra hits because we're on turn 2.
On
3s to wound, yeah. This is actually kind of scary. Oh, God. Do these on these 3 guys and cover first, so... does he ignore cover, or no?
Well, you have to put on the heavy, right?
Yeah, he'll be the first one. He'll be the first one, then the 2 guys beside him afterwards. So these are 4-ups. Oof. So far, we're good. Ooh, so a heavy's dead, and then the rest are just 4-ups. So the heavy's dead, and then this kills another destroyer, and then this leaves a destroyer on 1 wound. And by this destroyer, I mean the one back here in cover has 1 wound left. But this one is destroyed, and so is the heavy. But they have a chance of reanimating. And there's 7 dice in the pool, so I might actually get one of those back on 5s. Ooh, I do get a reroll because I'm Zerakan. And I get the light destroyer back, not the heavy though. But I'll take it. I'll put him right in cover too. That's where the heavy was. Defiler's up next. What do you want to shoot at with him?
He'll fire the cannon into the light destroyers, and he'll fire the Reaper autocannon into the Crypto Trolls.
Oh, fair. Yeah, I suppose they can be targeted. They will eat it then.
Into
and
the
bolter there as well?
Yeah.
All right, let's do the big gun first. He's got a melta gun as well to go into the scarabs. We'll do that one last, I guess. Big gun. 1 shot. And they only have... Oh, no, it's 3 because they're 6.
I will spend the command reroll on that.
Oh, you get 3. You get 3 minimum because I'm 6.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're probably good at that.
I'll keep the 3. Hits on 2s?
Because of the power, the boost. Heavy's no longer counting for extra shots, so just 2. And 3s. Compare them. AP2, so I'll start back there. That's a fail, and the next guy will fail. So is it 3 damage?
Yeah.
Oh, I punched both of them. Boom. Boom. And then that's it for shots at them. I'll go ahead and reanimate them. Get that out of the way. And I'm looking for 3 5-ups. I was not flat. There's that one. Son of a gun. All right, so that's our roll, and I get 1 reroll. Oh, we got 1 back. Nice. This almost never works out for me. The rest of the shots into the Crypto Thralls. And then the Melta afterwards. They all hit. I don't really bring them, and I'm not used to them being shot. So these are 3s to wound them. Okay, nothing, apparently.
All right.
And then we have the Bolter, which is 1 shot. Is it a combi Melta? Or is it just a...
Oh, he hits on 2s.
Oh, yeah, those would have all hit. Okay, well, we can go ahead and fix that in a second. It would actually go into the Scarabs. So it does hit the Scarabs, but it's rapid fire, so you get 1 more shot, which is 3 hits because of rapid fire on the Scarabs. And then these wound on 4s. But before we do the wound rolls on them, we should probably do the Melta gun first. Just because just kind of remember there's a combi Melta. So it hits and wounds on a 2. There. So onto the Scarabs, the combi Melta there. So the initial big hit, I don't make the invuln, so I take D6 damage, which will be enough to kill a bait. I have the bolt gun saves, which I save both because I have the 5-up invuln. And then we got to go back to resolve the Reaper autocannons into the Crypto Thralls. But I do lose one of these Scarab bases, but I'm going to try and reanimate it on 4. Nope, not even close. Sorry, never mind. The 1, 2, 2, 2 were all wound rolls. They hit with everything, but they failed to wound. That's it. That's all. Got the 1 kill with the melt-the-gun. And then we're on to something else shooting. We got the Venom Crawler done. We got the Defiler done. Some Terminators can fire. And I think that guy's got guns too. We got the Cultists firing their pistols into the Scarabs. It should be 10, I guess. 4s to hit with their essentially auto pistols. We got, what, 2? And they don't get Let the Galaxy Burn, so no extra hits on 6s. 1 wound. 1 little wound, I get I take a damage, I suppose. You, friendly Scarab, will have 3 remaining wounds. And then Vashtorr's Claw is like a gauntlet of conflagration. It shoots D3 it's D6 automatic hits. It's like Strength 5 AP2. Boo, 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 boo. The one weird thing I'll say about Vashtorr, he also doesn't have Let the Galaxy Burn, which seems odd. But maybe that's just missing. Because he's Heretic Astartes, he's a Demon Prince, but he doesn't have Let the Galaxy Burn. Anyways, that's 3 wounding hits. Got the 5 up, invuln. I make 1, fail 2. That means 1 remaining wound on the Scarab.
Oh, damn.
The Master of Possession is going to fire a pistol that way. Try and finish off that base. That's definitely a hit. That's not a wound, though. The Master of Executions probably has a gun.
Yep, bolt pistol.
Pistol. That's 2 hits.
2.
Double tap. 1 wound. All right. Can a Chronometron, can time save me? I keep rolling out of Just Line of Sight. That's a 3. I fail. That's a dead Scarab. Time does not protect those Scarabs. But reanimating protocol technologies might. Nope.
Kill the Scarabs.
We're gonna just try and beat up the Scarabs in melee over here and try and get some blood and guts over here. Just lightning these ones over there. The Terminator should probably have no problem taking them out. Okay, that is it for shooting. We're on to charging. Where do you want to start?
Vashtorr declared charge against the Scorpex.
Fair. You probably just want to hit the Scarabs as well, just so you have more room to move around, or...
Yeah.
Vashtorr, your save or your roll? Hey, look, 9. Good enough. Hey. And co-runch. Let's see what this... just different Demon Prince can do. Also gets him within 18 inches of my barge if you want to mess with his machinery. Possessor to declare a charge into the Scorpec and the Scarabs. This is only garnished, so like they can land in that spot there and fight in this general area.
You know what? They'll just charge the Scarabs.
Oh, keep it simple, right?
Yeah.
Just -2 the charge because of the terrain. Good enough, that's a 5. Hello, Possessed, and welcome to the front. It's so fun here, you're gonna love it. Tuck in there. Do you want the Mauler Fiend to try and get in there?
He's on declare charge against the Scarabs.
My bugs! What does he get? He's gonna roll 8. Does he ignore difficult terrain by any chance?
Yeah, he on the charge he ignores.
That's great. I thought he might have something like that, so he's good to go then. Excellent. Well, fine. I'm not afraid of him at all. At all. Our cultists are also gonna charge into the Scarabs. They make it. Then we have our Terminators into the Scarabs in the middle. They're going to charge up a 7. There's no slowing them down. So they charge in. That guy is on the upper level just because he's in that corner there, just for visual purposes. And I think that's it for charging. We're naturally going to go with our Demon Prince friend Vashtorr here with Vashtorr's Hammer. He's got a pretty cool weapon. It does an extra rule if it attacks vehicles. It does like flat 4 mortal wounds on a wound roll of 5 or more. But otherwise, it's just a Thunder Hammer with 7 attacks. Into my Scorpack, who will Whirling Onslaught, because he wounds them on 2s. Let's hit on 2s with his Thunder Hammer, or Vashtorr's Hammer, sorry. They all hit but 2. And by all hit, I mean 5 of them hit. These normally wound on 2s, but we're twirling our blades elegantly. These all wound. Crap. Now, the 5s and 6s would matter against vehicles. Technically, you know, you'd think a Necron would be a vehicle in some ways, but it's just a living metal construct. So that's not good. That was a wound. Sorry, I knocked it over. These are all 5-up saves, 3 damage each. Mr. Vashtorr, I forgot to augment them with my bug. I'm going to go ahead and do that before I take damage here. Okay, good. On a 1 of my guys gets killed. I didn't want to roll the saves, then roll that afterwards. Yeah. 5s. Live. Hey.
Oh.
2 of them go down. 2 of them go down. I'm going to lose Regular Joe and Regular Joe.
They couldn't give him another... They couldn't give him -3?
No, not quite. Not right. That's what I'm saying. It's like a weird weapon. Yeah. Everything about him is weird because they've been doing named characters with a lot of flair and they're very flashy. And Vashtorr is not. I think people are calling him bad because he's a little overcosted for what he does, which is like little. He does a little bit of stuff.
He doesn't get the Legion, so I can't even re-roll the hits.
Yeah, he's not. He gets no Legion to start. He's a agent of chaos. He works for all the legions and all they represent, but he doesn't. He also doesn't have Let the Galaxy Burn. He's not concerned with the burning of the galaxy as other ambitious plans in mind. I do have to roll for my reanimates, though. Naturally, I get none of them back, because, well, it's hard to do for the Scorpack. And then, who do you want to fight with first?
I'll do the Terminators. They'll just go into the Scarabs.
Oh, yes. What do I got there? 4. I got 20. I want to remove the Scarabs. I'm going to remove these ones. They're dead. Oh, I have an invuln save. I can't remove either of them. They got a lot of... but you could have shot them first. You know what? I'll save it. I'll just remove them. Because I wanted to skip... Well, we skipped it on the shooting because he could have like just done a damage or two, then charged in and killed them. And then I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's just remove them. They're dead. Out of here. That's one for Blood and Guts. I don't want to roll the dice. And over here, I'll roll the dice because they have a 5-up invuln. This is like 2s or like 3s re-rolling into 2s or 3s. It'd be 3s, but like no save at all. And it's 4 attacks per guy, so... Oh, I don't want to rob Jeff of piling in and consolidating, so we're just going to pile them in a little bit here and then keep the rest in the ruins on the objective. Some of them have power piss as well, so yeah. It's not ideal. It's 40 attacks. And then the Mauler Fiend first. With rerolls as well, so okay. You're gonna... That's the zealot belief in the dark powers. Look at that. The 6s don't matter yet, but we do have 4 hits. And these are 2s to wound, because obviously I'm not that high in toughness. I'm really relying on luck here. So time saves one of them. How much damage are these each?
D3 plus 3.
Oh, so that kills the base. So that's 2. Do you have any other attacks after this?
Yeah, 6 additional from Lashers.
Lashers, roll them up. Hitting on 3s, I guess, with a reroll. This is the first round of combat, and word bears everything but 1. And strength is
7.
2s to wound it is. All right, 5 more saves. Invulns. Okay, they're all dead. I just wanted to make sure I rolled my 5-up invulns. If there's no save at all, I was thinking about removing these ones too, but you never know. 5-ups can be weird. We'll have him consolidate into the destroyers, and you can keep going. You get to pile in and consolidate with those 2 squads still.
Yeah.
Because they charged. We'll have the Mauler Fiend. Are you gonna commit them into this fight?
I'm gonna commit.
All right. I don't want to fight Vashtorr. I want to kill those possessed. I'm too afraid to fight Vashtorr. Now, granted, he's got a kind of nice durability. He's not character protected like a regular Demon Prince. He's got 14 wounds, but he does have -1 damage, and a 4-up invuln, which is kind of cool. But we all know that -1 damage and a 4-up invuln, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't take you too far in today's 40k. It's cool that we got to see him bash 2 Scorpek in with his hammer. I am going to retaliate with my Scorpek, and he can't move, so I can't put too much damage into him. So I'm going to have, these guys are going to have to attack Vashtorr because they're not within half an inch there, and this guy could get closer and put his attacks where he wants. I want to go all in on Vashtorr. I want to try and take out these possessed. I'm going to put 2 into the possessed and 2 into Vashtorr because they don't have a choice. So the viral buff from this guy, it does say your charge phase or the fight phase, so I'm assuming because I can do it once per turn, I can do it on the enemy's fight phase, not their charge phase though. All that matters is the extra attack there, so I'll do the big attack first because it's 3 damage each from the Scorpek Destroyer, which hit on 3s normally. I get to reroll 1s. Roll that because it wasn't flat. Same roll. 3s to wound. 3 of them. Right to your 4-up invuln because you have Cursed Earth on them. These are the possessed. Okay. These are 3 damage each, so every fails the dead possessed. Okay.
Okay. I will spend a CP.
That's 2 command points to reroll it.
I got it.
All right. I have more attacks going to them too. I have one more guy with 2 damage attacks going in. Who will have 5 attacks that are 2 damage each. Hitting on 3s, rerolling it at 2s.
I'll risk it.
You risk it, all right. The reroll says yes. So you're down to 2 command points, and 1 possessed is still alive with 3 wounds. Good swing from the Scorpek there. I did Whirling Onslaught them. I have, this guy's got 5 attacks with his Thrashers, I believe. 3s to hit. Reroll. And then these are strength 5 up to strength 6, so 3s to wound. 3 more saves at your 4-up invuln. All right, and you make... Oh, he does go down, I apologize. The possessed eats it. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing into Vashtorr, but he takes 1 less damage. The Scorpek attacking Vashtorr will have... This is the big blade, I guess. Hitting on 3s. Wounding Vashtorr on, he's toughness 7, so these are strength 8 with the bonus, so 2 wounds on Vashtorr, which are 4-up invulns. You make 1 fail 1. These are normally 3 damage, he reduces it to 2, so he only takes 2. He's got 12 left, and then 5 attacks from the other guy with his happy swords. Hitting on 3s, and 1 miss, and wounding on strengths. Oh, actually, I'm going to reroll one of these, because I'm Zerakan, and I forgot to earlier. Only 1 wound on him. 1 invuln, you just take 1 damage. He's got 11 wounds left. Boop. And that's about it for them. Not a bad punch back, though, naturally. And those, if the cultists want to, they could pile in and consolidate as well, because they haven't had a chance to fight. Oh, they would have done that before I attacked, but it doesn't actually change too much. Okay, well, then that will be it for the turn. You do kill 2 things in melee, and you control 3 objectives on the table, which is more than me, and you control 2 objectives in No Man's Land. So that's secure No Man's Land done. That is Battlefield Supremacy done, and that's 2 out of 3 for Blood and Guts done. That's a damn good start. for the Word Bears on that second turn. Even though the Scorpec kind of held and they bounced off them, not a bad outcome for you. On to Necron turn 2. Living Metals. This guy's going to heal up to 23 wounds. So he's pretty thick and good to go. I do regret committing this guy over here because of how well the shooting went and how much damage I did to the Havocs. I would love if this guy was over here I could have brought one of each of these units back for a command point. Well, if only you were a Technomancer. But it's okay. We're going to give an invuln and save. I forgot to choose a gun earlier too. We're going to give an invuln and save to our Scorpec, and they're going to try and hold the freak. Oh, that thing's so scary, though. No, I don't want to. We'll stick to the invulnerable save over there. We're going to give +1 to hit to the Monolith. I kept it within 9. I might need its help. And we're going to go +1 to hit to the Lich Guard here, because we're going to need their help. The Technomancer has no one to... Oh, he can bring back that one warrior. I don't have to, it doesn't cost me anything. But then we do want to correct one thing for the camera. We may have mentioned, we put the Delightful Agonies on the Havocs. The list did have to change because the inclusion of, I just said his name, Vashtorr. They did lose the Marcus Lanesh. They didn't make a single save on turn 1, so it doesn't really matter too much there. Just a few, kind of out of nowhere changes. So again, thank you again for including me in the list. I feel like sometimes some things changed up, so it's not quite the list that Jeff was completely prepared to play. That is it. Did I show you my cards yet? I didn't. Okay, we got Battlefield Supremacy, Capture Enemy Outposts, and Investigate Sites. I'm drawing 3 cards because I discarded 2 from last turn, and I scored Defense Stronghold on the end of Jeff's turn there. So these aren't great. Battlefield Supremacy, that's going to be hard to fight for. That's going to be really hard to fight for. I have to get one more objective from you, either from the middle or from your cultist.
Yeah, move you a war.
They just have warriors.
You don't even need to advance them.
Yeah, the Investigate Sites, that'll be kind of hard, so I'm not going to worry about doing that. But I could work on Battlefield Supremacy. Sudden Storm is no longer active. Instead, it is Vengeful Stars. 6 to wound will increase the armor penetration characteristic of the attack, the first directive. Then at the end of my command phase, I am on one of the objectives, at least. I think I'm on 2. I am on 2. I'm on the second one over here, but that don't matter because I'm not on more. It brings the current score 5-5 on primary, as you have a 2 secondary lead on me, so you're up by 10 points. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna go into movement, and I gotta shift my focus here. I just cannot deal with those Terminators. I could try and steal an objective from them, and then effectively lose all my warriors forever. And I have to deal with everything else. So that's my plan, to keep ignoring the Terminators because of Illusory Supplication, and there's 30 wounds, and I can only hit them on 4s, and they have good saves. I'm going to put my focus elsewhere. So the plan here is to probably have something pop through the Monolith with a stratagem, and we're going to probably Veil of Darkness this stuff out of here. We're going to shift this direction with my melee stuff to try and push this way with the Lich Guard while ignoring them. Or not ignoring them, but trying to circumvent them to a degree. But I'm not going to Dimensional Corridor. I'm going to save the command point. They could pop out here and show up in the reinforcement steps near this Monolith after it moves. But I want to bring in the warriors from reserve with it, so that's not going to work out overly nice either. So we are going to go right on to movement, and we're going to start with a big yikes, and we're going to move our Lich Guard this way. The Lich Guard move forward, and then our Barge flies forward as well. I'm going to just make a line here. We're going to try and fight with our Lich Guard and our Lord, because he's not too afraid to step away from the front line. We're going to keep these guys here. In a second, we have to move the warriors forward. Move our warriors in, and because we're going to fire at the Chaos Terminators, we're just going to advance the warriors. I got a 4, but -2 because of this, so that's where they end up. And then we are going to move these warriors. We're going to form a little bit of a gun line here. I said I was going to keep them still, but I changed my mind because we also want to shoot at the Terminators and do effectively no damage, but
they can see the Terminators?
Form a gun line there. We got a few shots down this way to some of the guys over there. We're going to go ahead and these guys have to wait till the end. The Crypto Thralls are finding themselves in a weird spot because there's not going to be a Techno. There's not going to be a Cryptech there in a moment. This guy's kind of out of place too. That Viral Construct is going to run. 5. Okay. The little Plasma Site's going to run over there just because they're not going to be here anymore. And our little Crypto Thralls, they're probably going to get abandoned as well because I just don't see that Chronomancer hanging out there any longer. Okay, let's move our Monolith and our bugs over here. Scares are moving up and around. I'm just going to go deal with the Legionnaires. And then our Monolith is going to move just a wee bit here. Not a lot, though. Not a lot. It's kind of hard to pick up with one hand. Maybe one of the woods here. Hey. Our little Technomancer here is going to advance. Not at all. He might as well advance. He's going to shoot at them anyway. So he's just going to end up probably... That's an important question. Need him over here. He's going to run even further away from them, but that's okay. They are... You know what? Maybe I won't use the Veil this turn. Maybe I'll just back up a little bit and try and buy a turn, and then send them out. That's probably my best bet. Okay, so you know what? On second that, I'm going to back it all up. This is all coming backwards. We'll back it all up. I don't really want to... I don't even know what my objectives are, really, so my best bet is to just keep putting pressure where I can. Capture enemy outposts would be quite difficult as well, so... And I can't do investigate save, so I'll hold off on the Veil. I don't really need it. I am going to move these guys a little bit. I'm going to back these guys up to stay near the possessed there, or to keep stay within 24 of the possessed and keep putting pressure on them. I believe that is going to be it for our remaining moves. I'm going to bring in my strategic reserve unit of Necron warriors, probably over here somewhere, just to do some harassing shots. We're going to show up more than 9 away from these units here, just putting pressure on the cultists in the back, and we're good to go. We're going to go ahead and start shooting our guns. The important ones... This guy could be kind of important. Let's put his staff into Mr. Vashtorr. Vashtorr? Vashtorr? Vashtorr. Vashtorr?
Vashtorr.
Vashtorr, yeah. Does it hit? No. Not quite. He tried, though. Let's put our weird little eyeball guns from our crypto thralls. Still 2 per guy. And blam. Reroll that. They hit on 3s because they're near a cryptech. And reroll one of them because there's Zarakan. 1 wounding hit at 4 up invuln. Make it with a 6.
Why is it 4 up invuln?
He's AP2 on their guns.
Oh.
Yeah. Go ahead and do our Overlord's Gauss Cannon into probably Vashtorr? Vashtorr? No, we'll go with the Demon Engine. It's going to be 3 shots on 2s. And 5s to wound with a reroll. 1 -3 save against them. Either way, go right to the invuln save, even with the extra AP there. Boom, boom, boom. Fail 1, make 1. Or do you have... I think I only got 1 in there, so you just fail 1. Because he's too far away from the Cursed Earth, I think, right? Where's our Cursed Earth, man?
He is...
We'll be within 12 inches still for Cursed Earth, so go ahead and roll me another. I technically rolled 2. 1 was a pass, 1 was a fail. So you fail. Alright, so it'll be D3 damage from the cannon. The Canonin does 3. Ooh, that's a good hit. Okay. Next up, I'm going to go Technomancer firing at the Terminators there. I advanced. I only hit on 4s, but Illusory Supplication, I only hit on 4s. No rerolls allowed. I'm going to go with these Necron warriors. Not all of them can see because the walls are kind of high. So I'm only really going to have like a handful of them firing. Just so it's going to be 6 plus those 4 that I could see. None of these guys can see, and then these 2 can see, so it'll be 12 shots. All right, here are half of their shots on 4s, and these are wounding on 3s. So 2, I'll reroll 1 now, why not? So I got 3 wounds so far. On the second half, I don't really care about the extra AP. I kind of do, but not enough to go check. I don't know why I even picked Vengeful Stars, I never care about it. That's not a bad roll, not a bad roll. So that's 3, followed up by another, no 6s here. So keep them all the same, all AP2, so it's 8 at AP2. These are all 3-ups because you're in light cover. It's 3 damage. We have Delightful Agonies on them. And you're going to ignore all 3 of them. Excellent. Okay, well, we tried. Guess we want to shoot them even less. These guys, it's not gonna get any damage through, plus I don't like shooting through my own units because of, if it had proper line of sight rules, you wouldn't be able to. That's my little gripe, though. But 2-up save anyways, and they're only hitting on 4s. There's no real point in doing it. I might do a couple shots of Vashtorr, though. He's kind of a dig. They will fire a Vashtorr. That's a much better target. 2 of them in rapid fire range, so it'll be a grand total of 12 shots. So out of that, these should be hitting on 3s, because he doesn't have any negatives on him. 6s don't matter here. And then these are 5, T7? 5s to wound with a reroll. We got 2 wounds, 1's a 6, reroll. So 2 3-ups and a 4-up because the extra AP.
Wait, what's the 4 for?
1's AP2,
okay,
and then one's the other ones are AP3. So that's 1 damage, and then 1 4-up. All right, another damage. He's got 9 remaining wounds. Oh boy. Best he's 14 wounds, so like you have to kind of like hope for the best with him. He's a weird model. He's a weird dude. Okay, maybe like again, we're also playing at like what is effectively like a 3,000 point game on the Necron side, so like he's got a lot of pressure on him. Okay, let's go with these 5. I have them lined up to shoot at the possessed, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna solar flare them as well, just so I don't have to take the negative on a hit. These are gonna be 3s to hit. And these wound hit on, well, 33s to hit, rerolling, oh, the 2s miss. The 2s miss, there's so many 2s. Where's my will be done? It's so not here. These are 3s to wound with a single reroll. All right, well, it's a good thing.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. One's extra AP, but that should matter. These are all 4-up invulns.
Oh, I think they're dead.
Well, unless you make a bunch of 4-ups. You have Cursed Earth on them. Cursed Earth. They make about half. I like that. So there's only 4 that are sneaking through. And let's see if I can roll rather well. So I kill 1.
Wait, what?
And then...
No, he killed...
These are the...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I get 2 of them. That volley. Whoosh. As the destroyers fire into the woods. With the solar pulse. There we go. We'll have them left. Oh, I guess the shots are kind of... I guess that's all I got left. I got the big guy, eh? Put the death rays into the havocs. There's no point in going... These Terminators are such a pain in the butt to kill. Oh, the particle whip would be good at killing, but hitting up 4s. These guys would be kind of good to hit 2, though. Deal with them, so I don't have to worry about Legionnaires on my flank. I'm sure I don't have to worry about them too much, though, realistically. Okay, I will put the particle whip into the Terminators, even though I don't want to. I'll do the death rays first, into those havocs. We're going to crank them with hits. These are 2... Definitely 2s to wound. These are AP 5, and then these are not. So I think that just kills them, because they're 4 damage each. At the very least, AP 4, which would still do the same thing. Okay, Vengeful Stars. And then the D6 shots from the Particle Whip, which will be at least 3, because it is a blast. Hitting on these, and wounding on... Actually, I gotta check those. I gotta hit on 4s. I hit on 5s and 6s, so we're good there. These are AP 3, because there's no Vengeful Stars, so you make both, because you're in cover. Terminators were not meant to die this day. I am going to go to charging now, where I will totally charge. This is the kind of now I regret not having a Royal Warden. I'm going to have my Overlord declare a charge against both Vashtorr and the Mauler Fiend. I assume there's no Overwatch you want to do here. I don't know what I need, but I hopefully don't roll low. That's why I said dice. I said hopefully I don't roll low. I don't have the command. I literally can't reroll that with command points.
Before maybe into Vashtorr, but definitely not.
Not into him. No. So we're gonna go with our. Oh, it's gonna leave the Mauler Fiend free to do whatever he wants, and he'll. All right. Well, we're gonna go Lich Guard to Vashtorr. They're gonna roll up an 8. That'll make it. Okay. Well, hey, at least they made it. Charging like that, I got to keep a few of the Lich Guard over here to protect my character base, or at least where my Technomancer is. So I'm probably gonna have to use a command point to try and put Vashtorr down. I don't know what the best course of action there is, though. He's kind of tough, and I got a lot of attacks. But the extra... wound on, I can either make the wound on 4s. That's rank 7.
He brackets at 7. Yeah, at 7.
He brackets, eh? That or I take all the extra attacks and just hope my characters live. You know what? Let's do that route instead. That's a fun one. Well, I can't really do all of the attacks. I can only get 8 of them attacking. I can't get any more than that. So we'll just have these guys hang out back here then. Something like that. Let's keep them... kind of coherent. There we go. Ish. There we go. That's better. Okay, so we'll just expose him and hopefully he just doesn't die. Now we'll have our 8 fighting Vashtorr, and we are going to either give them an extra attack or give them +1 to wound. Love to do both. Can't do both. When I say +1 to wound, I mean they activate the disruption fields in their weapons, making them strength 7, which in this case is effectively +1 to wound because I'd be going from 5s to 4s. So I will do disruption field. The extra attack is...
Do you want to charge anything
You know what?
else?
Oh, do I want to charge anything else? That's a hell of a question. I don't, actually. I only wanted to do those 2. He's got nothing to really charge, and those Scarabs are not going to fight Legionnaires. At least I don't want them to. Yeah, I don't want them to at all. Okay, so we are going to just... Oh, I forgot to fire my Warriors. They're going to fire at the Cultist. I'll do that right now, and then I'll fight here, because it doesn't change anything. I am going to do, because I'm lazy, Disruption Fields. I don't want to roll more dice. So of these Warriors, 4 of them are in rapid fire range into the Cultist. I have 14 shots, hitting on 4s because of the dense terrain in the way, the ruined wall. And 3s to wound at -1 with a reroll, because we're there, can. 5 at -1. Does flare away 5 of them. And then we go to fighting over here. You know, I'm going to save the command points all around. I'm not going to do either one of them. I'm just going to attack them normally. Not worry about it. Save them for defensive stuff, I think. I prefer to do that typically.
Brave.
I know it is. But I want it for resurrection protocols as well as other things on my turn. It's 24 attacks from the 8 of them. They're hitting on 2s because they got +1 to hit. So far, those all hit. These are 5s to wound. I'll just do a double attack here. So +1 wound would have only helped for 1. We have 5 wounds. Then the second volley of attacks on 2s because they are mighty warriors of the dynasties. The Lich Guard. 5 on top of 5. We got 10 wounding hits on Vashtorr right to his invuln. That's 6. So 11.
Oh, I'll just leave that there.
Got 4 up invuln though, so he's probably okay.
Most likely.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 3 wounds left. Excellent clash over here. There's a massive conflict on this side.
Just got him onto his.
Aha! Glory to the Lich Guard. But that's all I can conjure, so you can fight back with him, and that's kind of it, I guess. His movement and attacks go down, so he's at 5 attacks now. Hitting on 2s. Good start. And then 2s. Yeah, absolutely 2s. 1 fail. He is just absolutely just smashing them into the ground, so you better hold your shields up and deflect those. 3 of them do. Only 1 actually gets crushed. So that means I get to reanimate maybe. Oh, not on a double 1. So we're going to get crushed, and they're going to reform to fill out that gap there. And that's not bad at all. Okay, well, on to morale. You did lose 5 friends back there. They should be bravery 6 or something. Okay, not 7, but we could shoot double check. They're not near the Dark Apostle. That much is easy. 1 does break, and let's see what happens to the remaining 4 cultists. 2 of them run. There's 2 cultists left. Okay.
2 is on.
As for secondaries, I am in the middle objective now because I have OPSEC on it, and I'm on this objective and that objective. So I do have battlefield supremacy, but I did not investigate sites, nor did I capture enemy outposts, which I'm going to get rid of both of those because those are just not going to happen in this game. So we're going to go into battle round 3, where Let the Galaxy Burn progresses to assault weapons, pistols, and melee attacks. Now trigger extra hits on 6s. So we will have an Infernal Regeneration on our Mauler Fiend there. Oh, and by the way, this thing does not have to worry about coherency because he was within 6 of a Destroyer Cult unit still. So no recall protocols kicking in for him. What would you like to do for Vashtorr's ability in the command phase?
I'm gonna have his attacks and move profile.
So that's one of the 3 options he has is Agonize Machine Spirits, so he can manipulate the machine spirits. In this case, he messes with the enemy vehicles. Its attack characteristic is halved, and so is its movement. So yeah, he goes down to 2 attacks on his scythe. Good for like enemy dreadnoughts and like Redemptors and stuff like that. Yeah, I can kind of really mess with them.
Yes.
Over to the Dark Apostle, looking for a 2 up for Illusory Supplication. He has it. And who's that going on?
Determinus.
Yeah, fair. Yes, fair. And then you want to do, what's the other one? Light Cover, or Omen. Does he have Omen of Potency or no? Benediction.
Benediction, dog. I'm gonna do the Advance in Charge.
Oh, the Slanesh one? Yeah. Okay. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the Marcus Slanesh one. Ooh. He does fail.
That's where the Dark Council comes in, right?
Yeah, Apostle of the Dark Council.
It's not a big deal.
Not a really big deal on that one, yeah. We should probably draw some cards here for Jeff and see what he's going for. So we still have 2 out of 3 for Blood and Guts. Area Denial, that's kind of a wash. And then we have Assassination, which is intriguing. All right, we're going to go right on to movement.
So
and
rotate, go
a little bit slow. Oh, my Warriors! Fine. And then anyone who's curious for Area Denial, it's the Necron Warriors, my Lich Guard, and my Monolith are all within 12. Heck, that Technomancer might be within 12 too. But he's also a character to kill, so that's not ideal.
Move 8 over here.
Mauler Fiend, and then a couple forward. Oh boy, Mauler Fiend's coming up and around to tango. That's where I needed this guy to make his charge. I wanted to get the Lich Guard in there, but I didn't want his attacks on the Lich Guard because he's really well equipped to deal with Lich Guard. I didn't want that at all, but he's also really well equipped to deal with them. So it's a little bit of a tough decision. If he made his charge, I would have loved for him to fight the Mauler Fiend. Now, granted, the Mauler Fiend can beat the crap out of him too, but this guy's got the tech to deal with it if all goes well. Hey, here they come. Hello, lads, cultists, friends of chaos in general. They're all going to advance because they're in the woods there. An extra 2. Well, just counteracts the woods. And we're making room for that Venom Crawler to get in there to see if he can make a charge if he's placed. That's where the cultists are going to move, and that's where the Venom Crawler is going to end up afterwards. My kingdom for a redeploy on this move over here from Age of Sigmar. Oh. All right, Master of Executions. After the Venom Crawler, our Chaos Terminators naturally push up on the Necron Warriors a wee bit more. I was hoping to kill a couple of them to put Pact to Flesh pressure elsewhere, but they just made their saves like monsters. Our Legionnaires are moving up towards our Scarabs, and the Possessed are going to move 7 inches out of the woods, also towards more Necron Warriors. An extra 5 inches on the Master of Possession as he moves forward. I forget to show that I'm going to use Protocol of the Conquering Tyrant in the 3rd battle round, and I was going to go with the 2nd directive. Units can fall back and shoot at -1 to hit this battle round. After the Master of Possession and the Execution Master and the Dark Apostle over there, we're on to Psychic Phase. What would you like to start with?
He will not do Sacrificial Dagger.
Fine.
Because there's no target around him.
I think you can stab that guy. I think you can stab your Master of I think. Stab him?
Yeah, I'm going to stab.
Stab him. He is a Legion Infantry.
Why do I always roll high on this?
Because he's got such vigor and passion in that stab. He's like, grrr, Power. Oh, take one. Look at that. Because he knows that his friends or not really his followers, but his members of this Wordbearer Legion are true believers, and they know, and he knows that the Chaos Gods protect him. Or wounds left, and you get a bonus to cast, and another one for the Venom Crawler. Ending up with a Pact of Flesh. We got that with an 11. There you have it. What do you want to do? Heal the Terminator or bring these guys back? Or unless there's something else I'm not seeing. Bring back a full possessed? Yeah, fair. Right onto the crater. All right. What about power number 2, Mr. Nerd?
It's gonna be a smite.
Smite. All right, fair. God with the big one. That's hitting the Lich Guard?
Yep.
All right, all yours. D6 mortal wounds on them.
You don't want to...
I want to stop the Cursed Earth. I want to try and stop that Cursed Earth. For
Why?
I don't know. Well, because the Venom Crawler is going to be benefiting from it.
That's literally it.
I guess that's it, eh? Do I care about this? It's going to kill 1.5 of them. You know what? I'll do it. I'll use the command. But I want the command points for quantum deflection, maybe? No. Resurrection? No. I'll just roll up the mortal wounds. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh God, I'll take it. It's gonna be 2. Okay, not bad. Zerakan. 4 and 1. You know what? It equates to a 5. It's still gonna cost me. Why am I Lich Guard? You're looking for a Cursed Earth here?
Actually, no, I will not. I'll do
no
Delightful Agonies.
Ooh, Agonies instead. And we're looking at a 3 and a 1 with a +1 because the Venom Crawler nearby. I think you need a 6 for Delightful Agonies.
Yep.
All right. I forgot to show the score for everyone. Currently, Jeff's on 2 of the objectives. Before he did them, well, I still have this one over here, so it's 5 victory points on primary. To show off the score, currently 4 to 2 command points, and you're at 3 to my 2 secondaries, and you're at 10 to my 5. So it's, all things considered, pretty damn close game. We have the Melta guns here. We got the one Combi Melta there. Where's the other Combi Melta? It's somewhere in there. Oh, right beside him, yeah. Right over into our score pack there.
The autocannon is going to go into the score packs too. All the stone bolters will go into the 10 man over there.
Well, they're going to hold firm.
Trees?
Yeah, for the 2 Meltas. I got a hit and a miss. But that's 2 hits technically on the Melta. So that's a wound. And then this is the other wound. So that's 2 wounds from the Melta guns. They do have a 5 of invuln from the Chronometron. Make 1, fail 1. And you're not in Melta range. You're in... It looks like it's over 6. That's 2 damage.
I don't think it's the same target. 1
wound left. And then we had the Reaper. They did move. I think they don't like that. 1 miss because it's heavy, and then these are...
stuff for heavy penalty?
Yeah,
Go ahead there.
The older ones. 3 wounds though. Son of a gun. That's probably going to finish him off. Okay, well, roll our saves anyways. That's AP2, correct? So it's going to kill him and wound his closest buddy. So you die, and then I'm going to take... I don't want to take the wounds on you, so you have to take it. And reanimate. Ooh, I get a reroll. Oh, that warrior stopped it. Then everything else over here. We did forget to mention there's how many Combi Plasma in there?
Just 1.
Just the 1? That's also going to go to these warriors.
This is plasma?
Hit twice. Oh, rapid fire doesn't count, just 1 hit. And I assume you weren't going to supercharge it?
No.
No. 6 more guys with combi bolters for 24 shots. And these should be 3s to hit. And the 6s should not matter here. Force to wound. That is going to be some wounds. 6 of them. I got 2 guys in cover, so I'll do. Okay, well, there you go. You know what? That works. Those 2 are dead, and then the rest are 4-ups. Okay, so literally those 2 die. Do they stand up? Little dice don't betray Luka. 1 makes it, and I get to reroll 1 always. Nope, 1 does not make it. But 1 does make it. Glory to him, the one who makes it. Where does the one who makes it want to go? There? Does that help me at all? I don't think so.
We'll fire everything into the Scorpion Destroyers.
So battle cannon and Reaper auto cannon and all that stuff.
Yeah, and you'll fire the Melta into the Warriors.
Oh, okay. Did you want to stay in the woods or outside of the woods for no difficulty on the charge? Because if you stay in the woods, there's no negative to hit. Because you're shooting through the woods you're in. But if you stay in the woods, it's a little bit harder to charge. It's up to you. Let's take the negative 1 to hit then, fair. The Reaper auto cannon first. I got 1 wounded guy. We got 1 miss. And these are 3s to wound. 1 of them. -2. I got a 5 up. Oh, that's a 1. By score pack, I got 2 left. Battle cannon, 2 shots. Won't be a minimum 3. These are 4s to hit. 1 hit, and a 3 to wound. That's wound. Do I save it? I do. Ooh, nice. That was good. Jeez. And this is the Melta gun.
It hits.
Hit, yeah, because that's into them, right? Yep. 2 to wound. That kills a guy. That warrior who just died does reanimate. And then this guy here needs to roll 3 successes. He'll get 1. And the other ones don't matter, even with a reroll. The guy that died over here, I mean, I feel like that would be a nice play, but I don't think it's actually going to help me at all. I'll try it though. Trying to put the Scorpec down, so the Excruciator cannons, 6 shots into the Scorp. Assault does work in this phase, so we're at 1 extra hit, and 3 is to wound. Oh, okay. Looking at those wound rolls, Whirling Onslaught wouldn't have mattered too much at all here. I didn't expect them to take so much fire, but you know, I'm happy I saved the command point. These are -2, so I make 2. These are 2 damage each?
Yeah.
So it does kill 1 more of the Scorpec off. I gotta keep that guy there because he's the one within 6 of the Technomancer. Do I reanimate? Not even close. Vashtorr's Claw is a flamer he can use in combat, so that's gonna be 2 automatic hits that are strength 5. That's 1 wound. He doesn't get that extra 2 though. And I'm gonna roll my save for my shield, and that's a 4-up.
They'll throw a crack grenade.
Sure.
Fire the plasma gun.
Yep.
And the missile launcher and the bolters into them.
Everything in them. Do you want to supercharge the plasma gun for 2 damage, or just keep it 1?
Yeah, keep it 1.
All right. No. What do you? What did you want to roll first?
I'll do the missile launcher.
Okay.
All right, that works.
All right.
This is the plasma.
Hit. Wounding on a 3. That's a wound. That's a wound right there in total. And then we have all the bolt guns. And the bolters, they're rapid firing. So that's not a wound. And then more shots. Nice. The 6s don't matter here, but do they wound? 2 of them do. I got 1 wound left on the Scarab because of the plasma. Now we go to charging. Fascinating.
He's gonna play a charge into them.
Do I Overwatch here? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna Overwatch and hope for the best. I'm expecting the worst. We're hoping for the best. I get no bonuses here. Just rolling hit rolls of 1. All right, 6 to hit. I got 3. I can't kill you. I do reroll 1s though because you're just so mad. Okay, nothing there. These are probably T7. I got 1 reroll because there I can. 1 gets through. And you're invuln. Oh, you're a demon. You make it. No damage. Excellent. Roll up the charge. Let's see what kind of pain my destroyer is going to go through. 4 is good enough. Hello, big boy. We got Venom Crawler into the Lich Guard there. That's a 7. That's quite good. Hello. Possessed into my warriors. Even with a -2, they're good to go.
Yeah. To the warriors.
Boo! Boo! Hiss! Boo! Good enough. Boop. Doesn't have to go into the crater whatsoever. He's going to give him his happy feet.
C's get degrees, right?
Happy feet. Wombo combo.
These guys.
Skirps! And they're going to roll. Good enough. I wish I had a good enough charge earlier.
Guys into the warriors.
No Overwatch on my end there. Welcome, lovelies. Boo. Well, I mean, I put them there for this position. I just tried to deny some victory points earlier there. My hopes, though, were to put a little bit more pressure over here so that I didn't have to worry about this as much. But the pressure over here is very poo-poo, buns, bananas right now, so not great. Go ahead and fight with the Mauler Fiend first. I have no interrupts, so you're pretty safe to go wherever you want. Yeah, he does have +1 to hit because of Vashtorr, right? Like he didn't, or no, you targeted him. Okay, so just hitting on 3s then. Oh, it didn't really matter, only 1 miss. You get to reroll. You are a Word Bearer Demon Engine after all. And strength is, well, not the 1s though. Oof. 6-up saves on my destroyers. I'm gonna fail both. Are they D3 +3 each?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll pop a couple of them back here. So these 2 die.
You guys just won't die.
I know. Why? Neither were yours. And the Lasher Tentacle thingies. 3s to hit, a couple misses. Reroll though, because that's still the Word Bearer first round of combat there. And these are strength, probably at least wounding on 3s.
Yeah.
AP2. I will make 2 of them. You said only 1 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 damage is it. 2 wounds left on a destroyer back here.
They're infantry, right?
They're infantry, yes. So we got their reanimates. I will get back 1 of them.
Oh.
Hey, welcome. Look at that. Bet you didn't expect that. We're gonna have our possessed pile in. This is definitely one of those moments I would just pull on my warriors, but whatever. We'll go ahead and roll the dice. 1d1 attacks on 3s with full rerolls. Every 6 hit counts as extra hits. Kind of forgot that for this guy over here. We're gonna go back and retroactively fix that after this combat because we got the power of the camera. This was the total roll after everything was said and done. That was the 3 I just knocked it over. We have lots of 6s in there. These are gonna. Oh, these are wounding on 3s that are AP2. So these are only 6-up saves. So I'm just gonna go ahead and warriors are dead. That's the nature of the game we're at, folks. You just kind of pull models and think, this is weird. This is like the first edition I've ever really played where that was much of a thing. At least on this mass. Boom, 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 boom. All right, the possessions absolutely mutilate them. Now, granted, if this was like an older edition, a sweeping advance would have also killed them. But you never know, you might get like a good leadership. After look at the clips, the hands got no 6s. The last Tendrils got 1 6, so it won't matter on the 2 wound guy because it only does 1 damage. And he heals 2.
This is for the Venom Crawler?
This is now the Venom Crawler attacking the Lich Guard, eh? Okay. Shields up, boys! Reroll everything.
1 exploding.
And then you got the 1 exploding. And the wound rolls. These are strength 7-ish, so 3s to wound. I got 3 saves. 4 Bidwalm. Make 1, fail 2, and they're 2 damage each. That's going to kill 2 of the Lich Guard, and that should be it for his attacks. So we'll see if I reanimate him, I guess. Let's go, Lich Guard! Yep, 1 comes back. Just leave 1 there. Moving on to our Terminators, who are going to absolutely, again, I would just pull all these Warriors, but I'll roll it out because you kind of never know, but realistically, play enough, you kind of know. Especially because Jeff's going to do Eternal Hatred and give him +1 wound, so it's going to be no hits, hitting on 3s, rerolling, killing on 2s. 32 attacks with accursed weapons, and then we'll do the power pile-in and all that stuff. Then they'll do the Power Fist afterwards, which there are 2 of. 32 attacks on 3s, and then 6s count as 2 hits, and then we're re-rolling. And the re-roll, because they're full of zealotry. And then there was an extra 5 hits in there, so in the end there's only 1 miss, because of the 6s, and these are 2s to kill. What do we got here, Jeff? Make me sad. 10.
15, that's just 20.
20
and change.
And then 20 and some change and 6. I'm just hypothetical. They were kind of an option for the 5-up invuln as well. Let's see if it would have mattered. I'd do the hypotheticals. Oh, it definitely would have. But I don't have the staying power. It would have. Well, it was that or the Scorpec, and the Scorpec unfortunately didn't make any, so they had no value on the Scorpec. So I would have lost 5, 10, 15, 16, and the Power Fist afterwards. That probably wouldn't have mattered. Okay, I'm not going to roll the other hypotheticals because I don't know. I don't want to know if it would have mattered.
No, you would have kept them and you would have resorbed them.
Oh, I get to do the Power Fist first.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so we have 4, 5, 9 Power Fist attacks on top of it. Yeah, no thanks.
No, 3, 4, 7.
Oh, right, 7. You know what? I gotta know. Roll me up the Power Fist. 7 Power Fist attacks, hitting on 3s with rerolls, 4s with rerolls because it's -1 to hit actually. So I have 4 Warriors left. Okay, that's 2 more hits on the 6s there. Thank you, Word Bears, and thank you, Let the Galaxy Burn. 2s to kill. Well, not really. 5 have been invuln. I got 4 dudes left though. Okay, they would have. Oh, I would live with 1. Okay, well, hard to. I rolled really well in the invulns. I was trying to do the math in my head, and I'm thinking, even without the +1 a wound, I'm like, nah, I think
if he lived with 1, he would have ran away with morale. You don't have the.
I would have reanimated first with the 1 guy left.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. See, that save would have been, I would. Okay, in hindsight.
But you would have reanimated. You could have reanimated this way. So then Vashtorr could have.
Oh, it's true. I could have absolutely done that. Yeah, because where was he? These guys were over here. Maybe I can't remember. There was like, sorry. The thing was, I was debating on. Maybe I could have never done it, but in the end, I was thinking they would have had a 5-up invuln. However, wouldn't have mattered because they weren't in range anyways. I was thinking of longer range for Conqueror, but then I'm going second in the battle run. Anyways, sorry. Absent thought, different game, different reality. I'm curious if freaking 20 Warriors could survive like literally anything looking at them in the game. The answer is like no. Granted, it is 10 Chaos Warriors. Chaos Terminators, Chaos Warriors are a different game. Chaos Terminators, all buffed up. They should probably kill stuff. It's just, I hate to see any unit get wiped out. It's like 10 Chaos Terminators just getting wiped out by... There's lots of things I could just take out 10 Chaos Warriors, which is nuts too. Not lots of things, very few. They probably shouldn't get wiped out. Sometimes I get sad when things die though. But they're all dead, which is fine. Because that was kind of part of the plan. I wanted to hold them up there, and I wanted this to go a little bit better on my side. Then I would have pounced in on this. I can still kind of. My plan could come to fruition. I need a couple of weird angles to line up though, so we'll see where that goes, because we still have a few more to go. I'll pull all that in a second. Vashtorr gets to fight after I go, but we have these Legionnaires who get to fight. So let me clean up this hot mess after you while you pile in.
Blood and guts of that.
Oh, without a doubt, you got blood and guts now. All right, let's see if we can clean up some of these bugs though. We'll do punching attacks first, then we'll do the champion afterwards. 3 attacks each on 3s with rerolls, and 6s explode. And that's going to be 2 more as everything hits. 3s to wound, and I only have a 6-up save. 6-up save. Come on, little yellow dice. All right, that's going to kill 1 and 2, and we have a Power Fist. 4 attacks on a champion. 4s with a reroll. 1 more reroll because -1 on the Power Fist. And 4 hits and 2. You want to see 2 2s on these 4 dice. I believe in. Got him. Bye bye bugs. Massacred me. All right, well, I get to go with my Lich Guard at least. I still have that going for me. So let's give it a shot. They're not really going to pile in. They're just going to put their 6 that can attack Vashtorr in, because I want this guy to stay within. Actually, he could probably pile in and attack. No, that guy wouldn't be. Well, he can still pile in and stay within 6, but he won't be in range to attack. They're gonna, and they'll consolidate after wiping out the Warriors. Forgot to do that. Makes sense. Keep them all tied up. I could fight back with them, but I might kill that one Terminator. I'll probably fight back. Yeah, I'll do that later though. I'll do this fight first. Let's do 9 attacks twice. 2s to Vashtorr. And these are going to be 5s to wound him, I suppose. Yeah, I'm strength 6 still. 5s. We got 3 wounds so far. Then the other one. Oh gosh. Well, okay, they're hitting on 2s at least. This looks bad. The 3 1's not ideal, but you know, as long as we make it up for it here. Ooh, only 4. He's going to live. Unless he doesn't, you know. He does. He's got 1 wound left. Excellent. Okay, Vashtorr. You get to go, sir. Oh, and then over here, they only consolidated into our Technomancer, not the Warriors. 5 attacks on 2s with Vashtorr. Okay, couple misses. And 2s to wound. 2 of them. All right. Still kicking. He's not killing anything, though. Put a shot into him or something to kill him. Okay. Well, that is it for me there. I will fight back with my Technomancer, who has 1 attack, which misses. Oh, that was easy. And, these guys do get to fight back as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They're just going to pile in a little bit.
They should be dead.
Boom, 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 boom. 3s to hit, rolling 1s, because they just hate that. I'll roll that. And, oh, nice. Now these are strength 4, so 5s to wound with the reroll Zerakan. Get 2 wounds, no AP. I'll take that damage, I guess. He's at 9. That will conclude the turn. As for morale, I don't have any to make. Neither do you. You're good to go. Scoring-wise, you do get blood and guts. That's 3 out of 3 down there. You actually got it 1 extra time as well, I believe. And, oh, actually 2. You got the Warriors and them and them. You actually got it 1 turn on this turn alone. And you're getting rid of Area Denial. Are you keeping Assassinate?
I'll keep Assassinate.
Keep Assassinate. All right, we're going to go on to my turn. I'm starting to fall behind on points a little bit, but we got a little bit of fight left in us as the Necrons. All right, so we're going to have a dead draw with Hold the Line, but, you know, it's only fair. It's in both decks, technically. I just don't want to see it right now. We have Assassination, which we can absolutely do, and Bring It Down, which we're very close to absolutely being able to do, but not quite. The Defiler and Vashtorr have the same wound characteristic, but that means Jeff gets to pick who I have to kill, so it's going to be the Defiler, not the 1 wound Vashtorr. Are you sure? Not the 1 wound Vashtorr.
I'll give it some thought. I'll give it some thought.
He's going to give me Assassinate already. Are you sure you don't want me to give me Bring It Down? Damn. Conquering Tyrant is active, so that means my whole army can fall back and shoot a -1 to hit. We're going to heal a Living Metal over here. And our Monolith is going to heal back to full. And that's about it for healing there. I will be done. We're going to go ahead. Yeah, they have a Illusory Supplication on them right now, so it's not going to matter too much. I'm probably going to keep it on the Lich Guard. And then the other one can go on the Warriors, I guess, right beside them, because it doesn't really matter. And that's where we're going to leave that. And then we're going to try something a little ballsy here to try and get some damage on those Terminators to get my... If it doesn't work out, we're in a bad spot. But if it does work out, we're in a very cool spot. We're going to use the Resurrection Orb on the Scorpec Destroyers to try and bring some of them back.
Yeah, I was trying to...
We are missing 15 wounds worth of Destroyers. So every set of 3, I'll get 1 back. So I got 2, 1, but I do get a reroll. Son of a gun! I hit the camera. I only get 1. That's okay. I'll take it.
That's where reanimation starts to fall apart.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'll give Reanimation Protocol some credit. It is really cool and fun. It doesn't work for the multi-wound things. It barely works for double wound things. It works very well for single wound things, which is fine on how it works, but like, it's too easy for the enemy to manipulate to kill the big things. That's why I don't like to bring Destroyers too much, because I only really like the Necrons for like the lore and the Reanimation Protocol rule, but I don't like the additions where it doesn't work. I didn't like, it's actually been a while since I've really liked it. I hated it in 7th. It was a Feel No Pain. It was good, but boring.
You think the reroll 1 should be standard?
I'd be kind of sure. I mean, that would help. I'm not opposed to it. I don't think it makes them weak. I just wish it was more relevant-ish. Yeah, I didn't like it in 7th because it was a boring Feel No Pain, and 8th edition it was effectively not a rule because everything killed everything so quickly that you just kill the unit, they don't reanimate. And then this one is probably the best it's been since 5th, but I guess it's good to have counterplay to it, but I feel like the counterplay is a little bit too easy. But that's my experience, I guess. But ultimately, it's the best it's been since 5th edition. And I'll give them credit there because it is kind of fun to use. That's why I like to play Silver Tide mostly because that's where it's the most fun. I don't mind double wound guys with these guys. Now, granted, if I made a good roll there, I wouldn't be grumbling as much either. But I will take a Scorpec back. But we have the Technomancer who's going to bring back a Lich Guard and spend a command point to bring back another Scorpec. So in the end, I'll have 3, but I was hoping to have 4. Bring back the 3 damage, guys. So I'll have 1. This guy's already within 6, so I might as well. I'll reanimate the Orb 1 right here. Boop. And then I'll reanimate the the Technomancer one right there.
They're -1 to hit, right? No, they're not -1 to hit.
Not -1 to hit, but it's the 3 damage that might get through on the Terminators if I can put enough pressure on them. Okay, that is that. We're going to have our Chronomancer put an invulnerable save on our Scorpec, I suppose. I wanted to do the Eternity Gate thing, but I have Conqueror's Protocol, or Conquering Tyrant active, so you can just like fly over here and shoot the Terminators. I got to put like a big swing of focus into the Terminators, or I can just stick to this over here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that'll be it for my command phase. I'm going to go on to movement, I suppose. I'm probably going to have the same... Yeah, I'm going to have my Lord still tango over here to try and deal with this nonsense here. Oh, but he's 3 damage to swing into these dummies. But this is better over there. Yeah, but he's kind of hurt right now. Or he's being dummied by that guy. Okay, well, all the same, we're going to go on to movement. These guys are going to retreat. This is not the move I want them to do. I want them to be over here. That's not going to happen. So I am going to use the Eternity Gate on the Monolith. Okay, well, that's where they're going to end up. And then that's all staying. These guys are going to move, I suppose, but not by much. And then I'll have him jump over just like that. And then we're going to have these guys scuttle over this direction. And we're going to move over there. We're going to have our Technomancer retreat. He can still shoot his gun at -1 to hit. Ooh, we're going to be near both our Cryptex. We're going to keep them right there. And that's about it. What does this Monolith want to do? We're going to move them. I'm going to be away from the objective.
I'm surprised those Marines over there are still alive. I thought you would have killed them a long time ago.
I just felt like feeding them scarabs, I guess, just throwing scarabs at them.
The only purpose I put them there for was to just block deep strikes. That's literally the only thing.
Yeah. I'm going to have the Monolith go hang out over here. Move the Monolith right there, just from that spot to that spot. And I forgot to go over my secondaries. I'm on 1 objective. Or I'm actually I was on 2, but I only get points for 1 because you pushed me off the middle. Kind of where we're at. Currently at a deficit on points here, only by a couple though. I'm going to go on to shooting now because that's what we have to do to make this work. Got to put him down. I got to put a lot of things down. I got to put that Defiler down. This is all bad. This is not ideal. Oh, this is scuffed. But you know what? It's all good. We're going to have our warriors fire into here. I got to do like at least 1 damage to them to kill that 1 wounded Terminator. All right, here of the 9, we hit on 4s because of supplication. Wound on 4s. So that's 3 wounds so far. And the other one, 4s and 4s. So 5 wounds. Got 2 ups though while you're in cover. 2 ups. Can I do 1 damage? No, not quite. That's why I didn't fire them last time, I guess. Let's go with our Crypto Thralls, firing their eyeballs into them. A couple shots on 4s because of supplication. And 1 wound at -2. Strength of 5. You take that, 1 guy dies. And we did fail to feel no pain. This is the turn to kill them. This is it. This is the turn to kill them. I just have to get through illusory supplication to do so. Let's go with our Barge. These guys are going to fire everything into the...
I'm going to...
-1 damage.
Infernal Engine.
I think that's 2 command points.
2 for Titanic.
Oh, I see. Okay. 12 shots on 4s because I fell back. But I reroll the 1s. And it's only 1 command point for the Infernal Engine also. It's 2 listed first, which kind of threw me off. These are strength 6, so I wound on 5s with a reroll. So I have 5 saves on your invuln. 5 ups. You will save 2 of them, not bad. And these are all -1 damage. So it's going to be 3 damage. It would have been 4 damage otherwise. So down to 6. Not bad. Then we're going to move on to our Gauss Cannon here. Should have put those in the Possessed. I'm such a dummy. I forgot about them either. It's okay. We're going to fire into this guy here. I'm going to double down. Oh, he's -1 damage. I'll put the shots into the Possessed there. Might as well. We're hitting on 2s. And we are wounding on 3s with a reroll. 1 demon safe. Well, it's probably a 4. It's a 3. That's a fail. All right. D3 damage. I kill 1. Ugh. I pop a Possessed with our Gauss Cannon. Bloop. We're going to go with our Lance next into the Terminators. It misses.
Like an Assault 2 or something?
Assault 3 on the Staff of Light. I'll do him last. So we'll go with the Monolith firing everything of the Terminators. Let's see here. Just roll 4s, baby. Just roll nothing but 4s. Here's the Death Lances. I got a couple hits. And I hit 2 clones. 2 5-up invulns. Right, because it's mine. Let me double check the AP actually. It would be 4 ups because you're in cover. It's only -3. It does kill 2 Terminators though, because it's minimum 4 damage. Then the Blast. Oh, 4 of them on 4s. Ooh, I hit 2 clones. And then these wound on 2s. 2 more saves on them. 2 more 4 ups. 1 more dies. 3 damage. All right, we're putting some pressure on them. Not bad, not bad. We'll do the Staff of Light next. It's just forced to hit for several reasons. 1 3-up save. You are taking 1 damage.
Damn,
okay.
these guys are starting to fail now.
They're starting to just fall over. Yeah, I didn't do a single lick of damage to him earlier, but now, no problem. All right, that's it for shooting. We're going to go right on to charging. The barge are going to charge the Venom Crawler. Or try to. You rolled a 5 this time. And we're just going to move that out of the way because it's only there for the garnish, really. Boop. And then we'll just move it over here instead. If you notice, this tree's moved many positions. Okay, fighting there. Our Scorpecker. Ooh, you could Overwatch here. I mean, would you, though? I don't know. Let's do this weird one. This Mollin's going to charge those the Legionnaires over there. He does have fly, so he doesn't care about the terrain. And a 6?
I'll get it.
From the hull should get in, yeah.
As he drags trees with him.
Yeah, as he gets stuck on literally every piece of terrain on the way. There we go. That's where he's going to end up with the charge. Facing the enemy with the weapon he'll be destroying them with. Who cares about the objective? I care not for it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and charge with my Scorpec now into these Terminators. Would you like to Overwatch? For your 1 command point?
No.
All right, fair. Boom. In they go. 9! Haha! Hoo-hoo! Hey, look at me go. We're just going to fight here because I don't really want to overcommit to too much here, I guess, or it doesn't really matter. All right. So there's no interrupting, so I can go first with the Scorpec. Get him out of the way. I don't have a viral construct nearby. Forgot to move it, but it'll just hang out there anyways. So I can't buff them up, and we're going to hope for the best on them. Attack with the dual weapons first. Force to hit. Okay, it wouldn't matter too much there. And 1 wound at minus, I think it's 2 or 3. Roll me a save. It's 2 damage, though. Okay, that kills the 1 Terminator with 2 wounds. And then we got 6 attacks with the big weapons. I need these to carry pretty freaking hard here. These are forced to hit. No rerolls. Okay, there's only 1 reroll in there. That's fine. I don't mind that. These are... I get to reroll the wound roll since Zara can. 3 saves at minus 3. So these are 5-ups. 4 saves. Oof. 4 saves at minus 3. 1 more in there too. Sorry, I got 4 wounding hits. And then that does kill 3 of them because they're 3 damage each. The Scorpec are big. And
yeah, I'll spend my last... No, I can't.
No rerolls, yeah. That is actually enough to trigger the morale as well. I mean, they're all everything's leadership 10, so it's not likely, but you never know. We got the Melta and the Melta left? Yeah. Melta, or Plasma and Melta, yeah. Plasma was the champion there. Okay, next up we go with the Monolith. He's got a weird weapon in the form of the Portal of Exile. It's got 6 attacks that automatically hit the opponent.
Wait, I'm sorry, the Power Fist was. I just said that earlier.
Oh, okay, well we can keep the Power Fist there as the champion. We'll just figure out, yeah, he was somewhere around there. Then these automatically hit, they're strength 8, so they wound on 2s at AP 3. I am Zarakan, so I'll reroll that. So we have 6 wounding hits from the Portal of Exile at minus 3 AP. They are 3 damage each. So every save, 1 more, yeah. If every fails, a dead Legionnaire. All right, they get sucked into the Portal of Exile and die.
All 5 of them.
All 5 of them. Good old Monolith. Ominously turn around to face the rest of the enemies. Still not on the objective, but we put a crap ton of pressure on the middle there. The Barge will attack next. He's got 2 attacks because he got Vashtorr. We have 1 hit and 1 miss. This is strength, I think 7. That's a wound at your invuln. And it's going to be, oh, you're good. No damage. I am done. You get to fight before my Lich Guard do. With anything. Probably the demon. Yeah. All right, he's going to hit on 2s in the Lich Guard with his big hammer. All right. Nice. 2s to wound. I don't have my res orb, so I'm kind of afraid of the damage they take now. 4 shield saves. I make 1, lose 3. Ooh, that's 6. That's 3 of them dead. That's it for his attacks. So I'm going to go ahead and reanimate. I'll lose 3 from over here this time. And then the reanimates. Say I get 1 back, and then the reroll won't matter. I would lose these 3. Boom, boom, boom. And I'll just have that 1 guy stand back up there. And I'll go ahead and attack back. They're all going to attack Vashtorr. I'm not going to risk attacking the Venom Crawler. 2s to hit. And no rerolls here. And 5s to wound. Is he tough? Okay. Ooh. Alright, I have a reroll in there, I guess. Oh, sure. Okay, you got that many invuln saves. You have to make every single one. Or else he dies. Oh, no, he went down. Whoa!
He deserves to die.
You know what? He got to fight on the front line for 3 turns. Not bad. We didn't really, and we technically showed off every mechanic he has, which is not a lot.
He survived. I mean, I'll give him that. He
kept fighting for a while.
He killed 2, took down 2 of them, and he took the attacks from them.
Yeah, he did.
If it wasn't for that,
You went toe-to-toe with Lich Guard for quite a while there. Then you get to go with your Venom Crawler, or Terminators. Well, technically both. You're good to go with
the
that.
Venom Crawler will go into the the what you call it, the Lich God.
Lich God. And Crawler has 6 attacks. Rerolling because I charged him. And okay, we got 2 more hits in there for free. And these are 3s to wound the Lich Guard. And I'm going to ask them very kindly,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Patiently to hold up their shields. Invulnerable saves. They make 2. That means 3 more are going to die because they're 2 damage each on that weapon. However, we get reanimates. So of the 3 that die, I'm going to have 1 of them stand back up. So 2 die. I'll just pull from Technomancer's over there. Pull you. And I guess I'll pull you. And onto the Terminators, starting with the Power Fist. Forced hit. Rerolling because I charged you. So that's going to be... Reroll the 3 in there too. That does miss. Okay, so we got 3 hits in total because of the 6, and these are 3s to wound. Boop, 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 boop. All of them, nice. Invulns, make none. Oh, it kills 1.5, and then we have the accursed weapon. These would be 4 attacks on 3s with a reroll. Because you're word bearers, I charged you. And okay, everything hits with 4s to wound. Oh god, invuln? Why did they not get the invuln? Okay, so I took, so that kills off. So I make that. So that guy takes a wound, who then dies. So the Power Fist kills 1, puts another guy down on 1 wound, so he dies. And then 1 guy has 1 wound left. I hope you run away, you jerk. So these guys are dead. I get to reanimate. I could try to reanimate them. See.
There's a chance you get 1.
Oh, I do!
Yep, there you go.
Oh, blessed to me. Woohoo! Whatever, you can hang out. I don't think it matters what side he goes on. He's going to go over there. Okay, that is all she wrote. I... lost.
Did you base? You didn't base this guy, did you?
He's supposed to be based with the tip of it, yeah. So the Lich Guard lost. I'm gonna roll a morale for them and then worry about it. No, they're good. Okay, they lost some guys. I think it was like 5, so we're good. I lost 1 Scorpec. Don't have to worry about that. But you lost like 7 of your Terminators.
I
or
need
something.
a 1.
Maybe even 8. Probably. I think you're okay on like there you go. 9th edition Warhammer 40k morale system. So good. Can you roll me 1 more hypothetical die? If the first, well, I can't say if the first one failed, the other one would have. 1 more? Damn, 3 1s. Damn. I can't tell if that's good or bad, because if the first one fails, you get another one.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
The 4th one only needed 4 tries.
4 tries to fail. Well, it's fair. There double 1s always exist in the past before too. All right, fine, whatever. You stay. You stick around. You jerk faces. I will end my turn there humbly. I do get assassinate, which is nice. I don't get bring it down, nor do I get hold the line. So I'm gonna get rid of. Well, hold the line technically scores on the end of Jess turn. I'm not even going to try and score because you're going to stop it so easily. So I'll get rid of hold the line, and I'll get rid of bring it down. Well, taking a look at the board state here, unfortunately for me, you are on more objectives than me. I couldn't, even though I abandoned this objective, I couldn't stop you from being on more than me anyway, so that's why I kind of gave it up to push some pressure with the Monolith. Monolith's doing great. You know what? I actually kind of like the Monolith. He dealt with the Havocs, he killed the Legionnaires, he killed a bunch of Terminators. This is probably the best the Monolith's ever done for me, other than my game against Steve, where it also did really well. You know, it turns out when you reduce the Monolith by almost 200 points, it's actually playable. Looking for an illusory supplication here. You got it. Who's that going on? Termies?
Yep.
Keep him going. Yep.
We'll do...
The Litany of Hate equivalent, the Rage, the reroll hit roll aura. I know word bears don't typically need it, but for things stuck in combat, that's quite nice. That's effectively for command phase. Other than looking at new objectives, which we forgot to look at, we got to look at some new objectives. You are going to get 10 points for primary, though, because you're on more than me. Okay, looking at the secondary missions, drawing yourself assassinate from last turn. We draw tempting target and overwhelming firepower, but you mentioned you wanted new orders. Which one are you getting rid of?
I'll get rid of tempting target.
Bye-bye. We get an easy one. We extend our battle lines here. Not bad. Extending battle lines is hold the 1 in your territory and then any one of the 3 in no man's land. Tempting target would have been this objective over here. Thus we got rid of it. And then overwhelming firepower is kill 3 things with shooting attacks. Now let's take a look at the score currently. Currently getting 10 more victory points, putting you at a 10-point lead on primary as you're 5 points ahead on secondaries here. Movement is, here comes the bitter end to my destroyers over here. And you know what? They've been taking a beating all game. Turn 4, it's okay. It's okay, guys. You can sleep now. Moving up our possessed. The Defiler moved up a little bit. Our characters are moving around in the back there. The Master of Possessions has moved backwards. Our cultists are moving around the Venom Crawler to support his retreat, so that nothing can creep past there. And showed off the possessed earlier, but to show that they're coming forward as well. I assume we're keeping the Venom Crawler in combat because he's going to pump the enemy full of guns. Then the Defiler, now the Defiler moves because he had gotten in that position after the combat last turn. And we just have a few things over here. Overall, pretty damn close game. We're beating the living crap out of each other here. Dark Apostle moves forward as well, because these Terminators took a pretty big beating there. So they're going to need some help. And our Master of Executions is going to move towards the Lich Guard as well, because they're kind of open at the moment. That will bring it to the Psychic phase, though. Pact of Flesh. Let's see what you get here. That's a fail. That's a rare fail on Pact of Flesh. And with only one command point, no rerolling it. I got lucky there. Was it going to be the Terminators coming back or Possessed?
Yeah, Terminators.
Yeah, okay. So that's the first time I've seen Pact of Flesh fail. And the second,
this will be a Smite.
Smite, fair. All right. With a +1,
yeah,
that's a 6. That's going to hit my Lich Guard. D3 mortal wounds. You can have it. You can have it. That's going to be 1. I do have my Zerakan resistance. I take a damage. That's going to go on the homie in the back there. And then we have one more power because he's got the Liber Hereticus. First Earth. That is a 9. Do I? No, I don't care. I don't care. I'll let you have it. I'll keep my CPs. Okay, we're on to shooting.
Yep.
Filer's up first. What's the targets?
He'll shoot the battle cannon into the Lich Guard, the multi-melta into the Lich Guard.
Oh, is it a multi-melta or a regular melta?
Regular melta.
Regular melta, yep.
Yeah.
Kami melta.
And the Reaper autocannon into the Lich Guard.
All of the guns. Yeah, that's fair. What, do you don't like them or something?
I do not.
Okay, fine.
This is the battle cannon.
All right, fine. D6 shots. 5.
Finally.
Excellent start. You don't care about the woods, so we're hitting on 3. Oh, these are going to be 3s to wound as well. Shields up. Oh, okay, only 2. Yeah. All the same as the 4 up. Make 1, fail 1. So that does fell. Our 1 Lich Guard.
Oh, I forgot one had 2 wounds. I had 1 wound.
You know what? Do Reaper autocannon first.
It's okay.
I usually try to remind him, but I forgot myself.
It's all right. Just go. Whatever.
Reaper autocannon.
I'll do the multi-melta then.
Okay, fair. Yep. The Kami melta first. Miss. All right, sure. And then the Reaper has 3 hits, and these wound on 3s. 3 of them. All right. So these are going to be 4-ups as well. Okay, it didn't matter. It didn't matter the order then. All right, so that's it for his shots. You do have a bolt. Oh, you didn't want to do the bolt. You did the melta part. Yeah. Do I reanimate? I get a reroll? No, not quite. Venom Crawler into the barge. These are assaults, so they're not negative to hit. But we have a 6 in there, which means it's 4 hits in total. Wounds on 4s because I have quantum shielding. That's 2. There are 5-ups. They're 2 damage each, but he does have a warlord trait which reduces it by 1. So he's down to 7 wounds. The cultists are going to fire into the Lich Guard. Got 4 hits on them. 5s to wound, yeah. Nothing. 1 crack grenade from the Master of Executions. That is a hit. That is also a wound. I have a 2-up save normally. To a 3-up. That's a 4. We're good.
Grenade from the other one too.
And the Psyker also has grenades. Hit. And 3 to wound. That's a wound. I'm going to try the same thing. I roll. Oh, I actually fail that one. Oh no. D3 damage. Don't kill me, please. Oh, not quite. And then we have the Dark Apostle throwing a crack grenade through the window into them.
Oh, sorry.
The hit. That works, yeah. And 3 to wound. Stop it. 3 up. We're good. You're going to charge your Mauler Fiend in here, eh? Do I do a final hurrah with him to try and get as much damage as I can? I feel like I'm about to buckle pretty heavily here with what I have left. You know what? I'll try. I'll try some weird act of desperation. Let's do an Overwatch. Why not? Because they are all within ruins. They do get +1 to their Overwatch. So we'll see if this matters. It's 5s to hit. I don't think it'll do enough damage, and even if I do kill this Mauler Fiend, I die to the Possessed right beside it. But at least I take something down with me.
I don't think the Possessed will be able to kill them.
There are a lot of attacks. A lot of attacks. I got a grand total of 3 hits. Oh, 4 hits. And 1 reroll. Nope. And 1 reroll. 1 save. Does it do anything? It's going to be, a fail. And it's going to do a grand total of 1 damage.
It practice him.
It does. And it was worth a try. Welcome, Mr. Mauler Fiend. You can do anything fancy you want to do, or just stay there. You could declare him as a charge target if you want.
That's right.
Yeah, boom, beat him up. All right, Possessed.
Possessed into, I guess, both of these.
Yeah, I got nothing I can do about that. Welcome, Mr. 9. Surge through the ruins onto them, and then we have the Defiler targeting at the barge and the destroyers. What does he got? Oh god,
oof, that's not enough.
And -2 on the creative too. He gets stuck. One of his legs is stuck in the mud. You don't need him for sure. You don't need him.
All right,
stay back there. Master of Executions can't really fail, but for the sake of rolling, do you want him anywhere fancy or just in? Bloop. Beat him up. That. Oh, the Dark Apostle.
I guess the Mass Possession. Why not?
Oh sure, okay, bring it on, nerd with a stick. That's a 5. That's good
Should
enough.
Be enough, right?
Oh yeah, he's within 6. Okay, and then we have the Dark Apostle, who is back here.
We'll declare the Scorpack.
Scorpack, okay, and that's a 10. Nice. All right,
How
that's
much
for the hand
does he have?
He's got 7 wounds remaining.
7. All
I have no interrupts that I really cared about, so I used the command point earlier. So we're just going to start with the Mauler Fiend, and we're going to work our way down the table. He lost weapon skill in the charge, so let's see if that matters. Don't roll threes. That didn't matter. 2 hits. Oh, 3 hits because of the 6. And you get the reroll too. Reroll the 1, 2 there. Okay, so 1 misses and 2 extra hits. And is that oh, is he wound on 2s?
Yeah.
He's probably strength 10 at least, yeah. Alright, and they're dead. Alright. Bye-bye, destroyers. You tried. You did pretty good at harassing the, oh no, my thing, the possessed all game. They're just going to mess this thing up. Boop, and then they can pile in and consolidate if you want. And come up and around, and we're on to the Master of Executions against the Lich Guard. Because he charged. Hits on 2s re-rolling. We have an extra hit in there. So everything hits +1. That does mortal wounds to me and, afterwards. Huh! And these all wound. What's the AP? Oh, it doesn't matter.
-3, 2 damage.
5 invulns. So I make 3 of them. And then that's 2 that die. And then I have the mortal. So I have 1 guy left with 1 wound. And then I have the mortal wounds. Well, I had 2 guys actually, because the mortal wounds are always dealt afterwards. Yeah. Mortal wounds are actually done first here because the attack sequence would end for them. So the 2, these are important to see if I make them or not. I make 1 fail, so that kills him, and then I make my 2 saves, and then they die. So he does clear out the Lich Guard as he charges in. It is now the Dark Apostle's turn.
Does this literally affect?
5 attacks base on him, 2s to hit with a reroll.
I will
reroll. You can reroll the 4 as well if you want to in Fisher 6s. I love hitting on 2s. I love doing that. Oh, you got punished kind of hard for that. 4. So you got 3 hits, and then these are strength 7 or 6 or something. Yeah, 3's 2 in the score pack. Oh, I should have Whirling Onslaught. It would have mattered. It would have stopped 2 of them. I just figured, like, whatever. It's not going to matter that much. AP 2?
AP 1.
AP 1, eh? Oh, it's a regular Crozius, or Cursed Crozius, I guess?
Yeah, Cursed Crozius.
4s. Aha! Look, only 1 died. So that's 2 damage. It kills him off. Let me see if I reanimate. I don't, so he dies. I know you got the little guys too, but...
Yeah, I'll give them a shot. Why not?
Alright. They do get to re-roll for the same... Share the keywords, I guess. You know what? I'll do 2 saves. We're good, no damage. My non-charge pick is going to be my little Terminator here. He's going to swipe up. He's going to try and take out my score pack destroyers. We're trying to kill your Terminators. 4s to hit because of supplication. We miss!
He will consolidate into the tech room.
Ah, fair, yes. I wound, and you have 5 up invuln. That does kill 1. Probably not the champion, though. 1 Terminator left. Excellent. Then your Venom Crawler gets to beat me up over here. Or try to. Lots of attacks. Excellent. Everything hits, and you get 2 more hits. Only wound him on 4s, though. That's 2. 2, eh? 5 up saves. Make 1 fail 1. It does get reduced to 1 damage. So he's got 6 left. And then I'm going to go ahead and swipe. He's got his energies back. We don't have Vashtorr sapping it anymore, so 2s. All right. And these are toughness 6 or 7? 7. 7 4s then. Oh, it doesn't matter. 4 invulns, and you have Cursed Earth. He could technically one-shot him, but it's not likely. You know what? You rolled 1 die too many, and you made all your saves, so that's okay.
Gotta flex while I can, right?
Yeah, I know. Jeez. That's 3 damage each. You monster. Fine. I guess that's fine. We'll just leave it like that. I think we actually are... This guy could fight. I'm not going to bother because he's only got 1 attack. I actually think that's it. You get You don't get Assassinate. Right? Right? Yeah, I still have all 3 of my characters. Yeah, they're all right there. You don't get Overwhelming Firepower unless you know nothing died for shooting. And then Extend Battle Lines you do get. All right, cool. All right. So you are up by... tied up everywhere.
You mind if I rolled? I want to see theoretical if the Defiler got in.
Oh, if the Defiler would have beat him up?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. 5 attacks with his Defiler Claws, hitting on 3s with rerolls. Oh gosh, 2 more hits in there too on top of it. The reroll... Okay, cool, we got 8 hits. I love Let the Galaxy Burn. I love Word Bears right now. But it goes in, only 4s can hurt me, so 4 of them. And he's got an invuln and 5 up. He makes 2 of them. Are those, how much damage are they each though?
D6.
So that's 1 damage and 4. 5 to 4, so that's 5 in total. He's got 1 wound left, but you have more attacks. You got the tendrils. Boop, boop, boop. That's the Hellbrute tendrils on him.
Yeah, I
looks better than the Defiler Scourge.
This was one of my first models I ever got.
Okay.
So I lost the Scourge a long time ago.
Oh, well, the Hellbrute one works. These are the hit rolls?
The wound rolls.
The wound rolls. Okay, 3 more of them? Get out of here. I have 1 wound left. I take it. I'm dead. Now, have I had he made it in, I probably would have quantum deflected that turn against both of them, and I would have lived. That's kind of cool. I see. I wonder. That's it. So that's the end of your turn. Scoring, you get to 5 more points on the secondary. My turn 4, kind of behind on points. I'm behind 2 points on secondaries, and I'm behind 5 points on primary after I score it. We'll see what I get, though. All right, so we have Tempting Target as a new draw, Raise Banners, as well as Overwhelming Firepower. I would spend a command point on getting rid of...
Oh, the Sergeant has to put his Power Fist into the score pack.
True, we have to resolve that. I forgot to, yeah. Extend Battle Lines would be my new draw from that, but we'll quickly resolve that previous attack. We're engaged through the wall there. We have rerolls because you have the Aura active, the Prayer of the Dark Gods. So you got 2 hits because of the 6, and then they wound on 3s. Oh, nice. And I actually fail both the saves and he dies. Even worse for me, even worse. Okay, well that changes up quite a... Dang. Is there anything I could have done about that? Who had the invuln save? I think they did. So I actually would have made one of those. So he would have had, he would just have 1 wound left. Because they had the invuln, right? No one else had it. That's what it would change to, but then on my turn he just heals 2 wounds. So it doesn't really change too much. This guy's got... he has 6 wounds because the hypothetical put him down to 1, and then he heals up to 8 wounds.
Jeez.
Yeah, they're pretty tough. He's like they can be pretty tough to kill when they heal 2 wounds a turn, and this guy can heal D3, bringing him back to full.
Yeah, and he's -1 damage.
Yeah.
I need to get my Defiler in there.
What did I do? I messed up over here. At some point, I piled the most out of 6, so that was a mistake. But that's okay. Realistically, I think I'm going to throw in the Tower there anyways, because there's not a lot of excitement left on my side. All I could do for is go for the kill on him. I would probably get it. I'm just going to fall him back onto the objective and shoot him.
Yeah, I think at the end it would just be a grind. Like it would be a close game.
I think so. Yeah, like no matter what, it'd be a kind of close game, win or lose. I just want to mostly show off Vashtorr, some of the cool Ward Bearer mechanics against the Necrons here. My turn is like fall back, shoot that guy. I'm gonna lose on points because of the unfortunate nature of it. I don't have enough firepower to deal with the 3 demon engines. This guy's gonna move to here. That guy's gonna come and put pressure. I'm just gonna get hammered by demon engines. I can, somewhat deal with the infantry that's left alive, but the scoring won't matter too much there. So I'll throw in the towel there. Probably deal with him. You know what? Let's at least put that Terminator unit down. So I'm gonna retreat. Boom. The monolith will just chill there. It'll back up to get on the objective a little bit. We'll shoot at this guy. Death raise. Only 4 because of nasty illusory supplication. 2's to wound though, and you have
that was a really good hit roll.
That was a damn good hit roll because you're in cover. You have 4 ups, but he dies for 4 damage. We got him. We killed all of the Terminators until the bitter end. I like it. Otherwise, I'd have the possessed and everything to deal with. And this guy could probably tango a little bit over here, but you're making invuln saves, all that stuff. It's all holding pretty well. And I'm all kind of tied up over here too. I could veil out, but it won't do much for me. Well, he can't, but this guy could. I could veil from here to there, put pressure on the back line. That'd be pretty good for me. And pull your forces back that way, but I think that'd be about it. There's not much more to it. Win or lose, a pretty good game overall. Kind of running out of time too, if I'm to be honest there, guys. So we'll jump into a post-game show and call it there.
And don't forget that this battle report is also in the vault. Well, the next one is. If you're not signed up, there's a 7-day free trial that's free, and it's a trial. So check it out. Link is down below. You won't regret it. And if so, the Archon will get you.
Excellent game, by the way. Like, win or lose, out freaking standing. What do you think of Vashtorr?
I was not impressed with him. The whole time I had him, I just wished I had the Disco Lord.
Of course.
The Disco Lord would have done a lot more for cheaper value.
Yeah, how much is do you know off the top of your head how much he is?
190.
Okay.
Plus 2 CP for his relics and Warlord trade.
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, you spent 1 on Vashtorr anyways.
Yeah.
Again, thank you for using him. He's a new model, so it's good to get him on the show. And he was able to do stuff. Granted, I'm not really too sure what his role is. He's a cool narrative-looking character, and if I'm to be, like my opinion is, when it comes to cool narrative characters, leave them to the narrative stuff. Like, let them do cool things in narrative play. Give them more rules, make them more powerful. I don't want to see them on the table. I don't typically like named characters too much. You don't actually have any in your list really, other than him, but like he wouldn't have been part of it. Like
maybe in the Army of Renown he would have been good.
Sure, yeah, these guys are Army of Renown. This was like just us kind of shoehorning him into it just so happened he had a lot of demon engines, so there was some synergies there. But I mean, +1 to hit, a Warpsmith can do that. I think the Disco Lord does that even too. Like, does he give the Lord's Discord give bonuses to hit?
No.
No, nothing to vehicles.
He's a
okay.
vehicle killer too.
He's like a vehicle, but he's
But
also
he gets plus one to wound on the charge too.
Yeah, so he's typically a lot better against vehicles and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Disco Lord's just a lot better. It's not like Vashtorr's bad. He's just like a little too expensive for what he does.
Also with the Disco Lord, he has his extra attacks, and with the Flames of Spite, he can deal extra more wounds.
Yeah.
So he deals more damage than Vashtorr, even against vehicles.
Like, oh, of course, yeah, naturally. And Vashtor's like a little. He moves 12. He's got fly. The fly's nice, but. Like, realistically, if Vashtorr was 1 point, he'd be overpowered, right? It all comes down to, like, the points of everything. He could be, at what point is he good? 230, 200 points? Is 60 points going to make or break your list? Not, like, in a competitive setting, sure, but, like, casual pickup games, he's perfectly fine to put on the... I like to see that, because he's perfectly fine to put on, a casual table, and it won't matter that much. Is he good in a competitive level? No. But...
Your list go out and score packs.
Yeah.
And Destroyers, they held the line.
Yeah, exactly. I was pleased with the Destroyers. I usually cannot stand Destroyers in Necron lists because they just don't mechanically work that well. For me, Necrons don't play the way I would like them to play. We talked about this a little bit off camera at the start of the game. Like, I would like Necrons and Death Guard to win the games because they're defensive and they hold the line for a while. Right, what they have going on for them right now is they're cheap and there's a lot of them. So it's not like they're taking, like, ideally Necrons have always been kind of an elite army. They had the Silver Tide, but like 20 Necron warriors have been like 260 points for years, and they don't do a whole lot of damage, but they just hold. It's like impossible to shake them. But many things in the game can just wipe 20 Necron warriors out, and that's fine, because that's where the addition's at. So the best way to play Necrons is to make it just so like there's a lot of them, and you hopefully win the game by the end. A lot of the times you can play Necrons, stand on objectives, don't roll dice, and just ask when the game is over and if you still have all your models left alive.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Especially when it comes to the secondary scoring
All you
of
need
match
is just that one Necron warrior to survive.
Yeah,
and
that's it. Yeah.
Fall back.
And you just fall back and start reanimating. That's cool and all, but I would like to see it play a little differently. Death Guard kind of have the same problem. They're not like they technically have durable stats and durable rules, but they rarely come into play and they rarely matter. It's more that they're just really cheap. Because Death Guard right now are 85 points for 5. So 170 for 10, all upgrades. You could bring 9 squads of 10 that are all OBSEC. It's kind of hard to ship 9 squads of 10 Death Guard. So they are 1170 points for 9 squads of... No, even less than that. They're 1070 or... I think they're exactly 1,000. No, that doesn't make any sense. 9 squads, 1,000 points? Sure, whatever. It's like 1,000 points for 9 squads of them. And then you could bring 3 squads of Death Shroud and 3 squads of Blight Lords. You're still not at 2. And then a character.
I still like those 10-man bricks with Miasma Pestilence.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, like a big brick. You could do a squad of 10 turners, absolutely. But then you just have a bunch of OBSEC guys running around the table. Now, they're slow, unfortunately. They only move 5. But they don't get slowed down by terrain. So on a proper, dense table, they do shine quite nicely. Yeah. And you can deep strike all the Terminators and everything, too. Yeah. Or you can play the Army of Renown where you can deep strike everything. And you can just put things in strategic reserve.
That's not legal anymore.
Oh, is it not? No, I haven't played in a while. Fair. Or you could do just put like half of the Plague Marines in strategic reserve, so they're kind of hard to deal with too. Like it's like I don't like the idea of Death Guard being like Death Guard should be less numerous than a Chaos Space Marine army because they should be paying more points for a more durable thing. But now they're paying less points for not really a more durable thing, just literally just a different Space Marine. It takes 1 less damage, has different war gear.
Maybe they need like a Havoc version.
Havoc would be nice for them. That'd be kind of cool. They could use some fire support. Yeah, but it's tough to really get into the theme of the Death Guard when it's just everything's like. For the Death Guard, there's a lot of like they get countered by all the high AP 1 damage attacks in the game.
Yeah.
And then the Necrons get countered. All the Destroyer build. The thing I don't like about I think the Necron Warriors and like. The death marks and like all that stuff is really good for them. They hold and they just stand on objectives. And the Scorpec can hit hard, but when it comes to match play, you have to do things I don't typically like to do, which is like you just hold them behind your, like hypothetically, it'd be a symmetrical board with like your terrain, right? And then my Scorpec would just hide here for 3 battle rounds until something gets close. Then they come out, they kill it, and then the Scorpec die. Yeah. So that's not really kind of what I want, right? I wanted like the Necron army wants to run into the enemy bullets and not die. And then hopefully get to turn 5 by the end of the game. Whereas it's now, I actually rolled rather well for them and they kept them going, but like 3 damage shots. Well, you didn't have a lot of shooting in your list. You actually had more melee, but that's Word Bearers. That makes more sense. Most things have a lot of 3 damage shots. Well, most things do. Typically, Chaos plays melee, so this was a nice change of pace. Yeah, Scorpec plays a lot better into Chaos Space Marines than most other armies. But that's like my little rant. I had a lot of fun playing this list though. This is quite good. This is back and forth. My Scorpack stands alone over there, which is nice after getting literally shot at and beat up all game long. So that's the kind of like Necron durability I want to see. But this was against more of a melee focused list that had like fire support, not a focus on the shooting phase. Yeah. You have a few things to do damage here and there, but
a lot of things like my Defiler, like the way the terrain was set up, I couldn't move my demon engines like into the frame. My Defiler basically stood back the whole time.
They had to piecemeal in. Yeah,
it was a glorified Predator.
Yeah, exactly. It was a glorified Predator. Hey, he kind of cleaned up the warriors on the side though, which is nice. Yeah. I don't even know if we did. I think the Possessed did.
I think the Possessed did.
Them living was a kind of a big deal. There's a couple cruxes for me that didn't work out very well, which kind of cost me the. It was this guy here. So my Locust Destroyers were relatively safe, but he failed. I think he rolled a 4 on a 5-inch charge or a 6-inch charge to attempt to tie this guy up, which he is kitted out to do pretty well. So he failed that charge, which allowed him to scoot up and around and put pressure on my Locust Destroyers, who got to shoot one more time, but had he worked out there, the Venom Crawler would have been stuck back there because this guy would have been stuck fighting there, and then we would have been fighting back and forth a little bit, and then my Locust Destroyers would have had some fire support on turn 4 and 5 for me, which would have been nice. I think.
These two hurt me so much.
I know those slowed you down quite a bit. Granted, I probably shouldn't have put the Warriors over there. I was hoping the Warriors were going to wipe them out or force them to take morale and run away. And then I wanted them to distract the Possessed for an extra turn, which kind of worked out, but I was hoping the Warriors were going to live, and I did them after. The plan was to shoot them with the Locust Destroyers and kill about 4 of your Possessed. I only killed 2. And I was hoping that one Possessed and the Defiler wouldn't be enough to kill the Warriors, and the Warriors could like sit there and kind of like reanimate for a bit. I only killed the 2, and then you got one back with Pact of Flesh.
Yeah.
I was hoping to kill down to 1 and then 1 coming back with Pact of Flesh.
Failing the Pact of Flesh at the end
that spelled the doom of the Terminators.
And failing that Delightful Agony, that would have helped me a lot.
That was the deal breaker.
That was I lost 7. That was like 21 wounds worth of like fire ups.
And then you just do the math on that, right? Because then you make 7 of those, and then you make a third of those on top of that. So you're going to make it like an extra about 11 saves on top of that. And I killed them almost exactly. I didn't even kill them because there's still 2 left. So if you had 11 more wounds in that pool, then that's what, 3.5 more turns. Yeah, exactly. The only reason I committed to fighting them is because you failed that Delightful Agonies. I was waiting for like an Illusory Supplication to fail or a Delightful Agonies to fail, or ideally both. But we got one of them. So I went to pounce on them. It worked. The Monolith did really well. I am happy with the performance of the Monolith now. It still dies really easily, but it's only 270 points, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. It's a fire magnet at least. The 2-up save helps it.
It does. It helps it quite a bit. Yeah, it survived things it shouldn't have survived in my last few games, but it's kind of cool to have a Necron list with a Monolith again. It's very, for me, it's iconic because that was the 3rd edition thing. Is the 3rd and 5th edition thing. You always had a Monolith. It was like this unmovable, unstoppable piece of like or vehicle, a centerpiece. Everyone just ignored and
at the very least. With a Technomancer, 3 wounds every turn at least. So 3 times 5, 15 wounds if he survives the whole game.
At
least.
Exactly. He's pretty durable with the Technomancer.
After a while, I just gave up on him.
There's
nothing I could do. I regret putting shots into him in the first place.
Well, he did quite a bit of damage, and it did move my Technomancer over there, which I shouldn't have done. I should have just held him over here because it could have made a bigger difference if I had 1 more back on both the Destroyers 1 more turn earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would have mattered, but that heavy Destroyer, that one more, it would have been nice. But it was a decision I made. I didn't like the outcome of it, and in hindsight, it was the wrong call. But that's okay. I will say that this game was nice and refreshing because I haven't really been loving my Necrons at the end of this edition so much. But this was a nice change of pace, and it made me kind of like, okay, a lot of the cool Necron mechanics showed up, so I appreciate that. This was a really fun and enjoyable game for myself personally, and that's like honest. Like I try to be transparent about like the state of the game right now, and like I'm passionate about it, so I care a lot about the game, and I'm not in love with the current state of the game, but it's because my play style doesn't work that well. So I'm having a lot more fun playing things like the Word Bearers because they're super killing. They charge in, they murder things, and they have a lot of good rules for sticking around too, like weird, like obviously Illusory Supplication, things like the Feel No Pain and stuff like that, which mechanically work a little bit better than the Reanimation Protocol does. Yeah. But I mean, that's just I don't blame Games Workshop for that at all. It's just the nature of the pacing of the game. Yeah.
And one last thing, the paying more for the command rerolls.
That was nice. That was nice not to have the command rerolls. They hurt me. It cost me this guy not charging in. If that guy could have charged in, I might have had those locusts. Yeah. This area shorted up a little bit more. That was painful. I could have Eternity gated at some point. I just didn't really need to. I was thinking about using it on the Warriors, but most of the two things that messed up was when I didn't hurt the possessed and this guy didn't make the charge. Then those two things were, in my mind, the crux that started making this flank buckle. Mr. Monolith won this side all on his own, but he didn't have to fight much. He had to fight just 5 Legionnaires.
Yeah, I gave up. And I'm surprised Legionnaires lasted that long.
They weren't really a priority
them,
yet. They killed by Scarabs, I killed them, and that was it. The Monolith stands alone. It was an awesome game. Thanks again for the game there. And then hopefully everyone enjoyed it and enjoyed seeing Vashtorr fight Lichguard, pretty much. That's kind of all he really did, but he beat the crap out of them for a little bit there, and then he went down. I like him. I don't mind him. He's okay. Not the best, not the worst. He's just a thing.
I wanted to get him into the command watch.
That would have been pretty brutal, yeah. He's got a cool rule built in where he does 4 mortal wounds to vehicles if he rolls a 5 to wound, unmodified. Which is weird it says unmodified because he has no way to modify his wound roll. He's not infantry, so he can't Eternal Hatred. Or core, whatever the requirement is. I'm sure that maybe there's something in his Army of Renown, maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess. No, currently, as of right now, it doesn't look like it. It's also a little weird he doesn't have Let the Galaxy Burn, but he might be like a separate... He has Heretic Astartes and all that, but he feels like kind of weirdly separate from the book in his own weird way. Oh, anyways, thanks again for traveling all the way up from New York, Yonkers, New York. Originally from Queens, you mentioned.
Yep.
And thanks for providing me with this excellent game and the viewers for excellent content.
Thank you for hosting me.
Happy Wargaming, everyone, and leave some feedback down below. And we'll see you next time for some more Warhammer 40k. I need to drink some tea because my throat hurts. Been talking too much.